Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah, what's up?
Hey,
Drop Down.
Double Drop Down. It's Adam and Ryan show. Welcome. It's Thursday. We're hanging out.
It's been
I have 4 different drinks in front of me. One is alcoholic, so we're drinking whiskey. Thank you, Adam. Cheers. Happy Thursday. I'm also drinking LaCroix and Topo Chico. Topo Chico.
Is it Topo or is it Topo?
Topo? I like Topo.
I think Topo to me sounds very
Topo Chico?
Mm-hmm.
Topo Chico?
Because as an older person, you need to drink your alcohol with water.
Topo.
Yeah, let us know. Hey, what is up?
Be careful. Be careful.
Oh, I was gonna say. You got it.
It's wordplay, Adam.
Yeah, I know. I'm bad at that too. I'm like beer full hair.
Yeah.
What is up? We got a good show going.
Oh man.
So what was it? 5-6 weeks ago? It's more. It's been more than that. It's been probably 10 weeks because we do the show, the talk show, every 2 weeks.
Fortnightly.
That's a bi-weekly. This is a bi-weekly.
But
talk
bi-weekly is confusing because it could be twice a week. So you have to say fortnightly.
Okay, fair enough.
I heard that from New Zealand.
I don't know if I want to be. That's the New Zealand kind of term.
Use fortnightly.
That's good to know. Here, we need to get the camera on you a little bit. There.
Anyway,
a little bit better.
I distracted us.
No, that's good. We got to vamp it up. We haven't seen each other for 2 weeks, and we really haven't talked. This is the fun of the Adam and Ryan show. Is yo, what's up, Talon? Welcome to the stream tonight. We are going to be playing some board game stuff, and if you came back with us in this journey, it was a couple weeks ago, more than a couple weeks ago, we came up with the idea for the board game. We're definitely doing some board game walkthroughs tonight.
Oh man,
we got another step forward from what we saw last time. We played it last time. That was hella fun. We
physically, so for those who don't know, we're building a board game, generated a lot from AI, and we're building our own 3D pieces and 3D printing them and all of that and coming up with the rules and having ChatGPT help us and all of those things. And so last time we got to the point where we actually had like a board and it had real players and we were moving and interacting with each other and it was fun. I was really surprised.
You were surprised?
Well, because you never know, right? You never know. Like you write it all down and you're like, that could be fun, I guess.
The fun part of it is, or at least the takeaway so far is you can get only so far when you have a little bit more complexity, like a board game, at least at this point. There's a little human elements that you got to bring into it to like get that perfect amount of fun. Yeah,
we couldn't get everything out of ChatGPT, basically. Like it sort of does it generically enough. It doesn't have enough. It can't come up with sort of new things, right? It sort of just like gives you a whole bunch of kind of what's already out there things.
Fair.
And so it was us to kind of, ChatGPT came up with like the theme and the characters and all of that fun stuff that we will get into and show tonight. But, good human AI interactions at this point. I'm excited about it.
Up to this point, that's a good piece. So today, I just got to vamp on this for a minute, is that I work in higher education, and one of the big topics has been AI. What's the impact on education? And so, of course,
good. I'm glad they're talking about it.
We have been doing this show, and we see the innovative, the creative side, all that. But my Lord, when you start to see the other stuff that people are thinking of, it starts to blow my mind. It gets to be actually a little bit more nervous.
Oh,
because
really?
Like, let me give
I need some of these mind-blowing examples.
Well, first of all, AI has been creating its own malware from a cybersecurity standpoint. It's going in of itself and deciding to build its own malware. So like that was a crazy piece.
To attack other things?
To attack things, to create things, and it's based off of the malware and other things that people written. So there's that piece. There's another thing of like, what are you going to do in education? Like, is it plagiarism? How do you reference it? And then they're even saying, is it self-referencing because it's going to be creating things that it then could reference in it of itself? Then they were saying, how do we drive these narratives forward that may not be true, so it may be very biased based off of the articles and things?
Well, it's pulling from us, right? And guess what? Us is pretty freaking biased.
Well, and then the other thing that we were talking about too is like there's the
not us. Not I just want to. I want to clear. Not us. I meant like the Earth. Everyone. The grand us. Yeah.
Is that they were saying that people are going to get kind of addicted to it, like that show Her.
Totally.
Where you're going to have a relationship with it, and it's going to be a
100%.
thing. You've been saying this for a
while. I've been saying that we're gonna have the AI that you have in your own house. It's your own personal AI, and you pay for it, and it's a service, and it's kind of. It's your protector. It protects you outside. It only lets certain things in through your firewall. It's like smart like that. It knows you. So it knows whether you actually purchased a thing from Alabama 3 weeks ago or you were, getting gas from someplace, because it would sort of know about you and do that. And you would have to have it air gapped from the outside.
It's going to get so closed in. Hey, so if you are using any AI, let us know in the chat. Like,
I would be really interested. I would be really interested to hear like the little stories that people have of using it in cool ways, because I feel like what has come out of this is it's democratizing in a way that all sorts of people are using those large learning, language models and stuff, just using that API and trying fun and cool things.
And I think that, like, let's just take Talon, for instance. I know he knows about AI. He's been building AIs for some things as well. And so, like, there's folks that are been
Talon's cool.
Hell yeah, he is. I went to this thing in Arkansas. I got the Razor Black.
Ooh,
hey,
stealth mouse.
You just watch us. Hey, baby. Thank you for watching us.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
That's always good. But you know what? You're going to be using AI. You use AI and you probably don't even know.
Oh, yeah. Well, everybody does. Everybody does. You know.
So I was in Arkansas, and I was in there for this conference, and I met this guy. The dude is like, I meet people that are so much more genius than I. And he built this like AI that analyzed his campus to figure out like exactly which rooms should be booked for when COVID was happening based off of like walk patterns of campus and like all these. I was like, dude.
Cool.
And then here's the hilarious thing. So we're on this show, ChatGPT, talking about Midjourney, talking about all these board game stuff. And of course, I told people that I was into that.
Totally.
So I got grouped in this one session about like AI and data. Hey, what's up, guys?
Phasmophobia, boo.
See, I'm going to let you stay on the names.
Because I play Phasmophobia. It's fun.
Hell yeah.
And the kids play it.
So what was funny about this is I got grouped in this group of these really smart people that work with AI, and the topic was AI and what the future is. And I was like, sweet, I'm going to be all into this.
You're like, hell yeah. You're like, I've had a Twitch show for like a year, and we talk about it sometimes.
I was dead silent the entire time because they were talking about like how it's used in like an actual like data analytics kind of jobs and shit. It was like, and then they were like,
we're like pop culture AI.
What's your opinion? I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. You were so good.
I'm good. I'm right. That feels like the right direction to me. That's what I always.
But like it was talking about, there's these huge data sets, right? So big data sets out there. And one of the problems is that a lot of these data sets aren't kind of compiled together or aggregated in a way that an AI can then jump in there and make some assessments. So the idea was, how do we start to pull our data sets together and then give people access so that they can learn, like teach AIs to be able to leverage it and give us some of these insights out of it. That's what I gathered from it. And we kind of said, where are we headed for the future and where is this going? It was nuts.
I love that. I mean, AI feels like one of those things that has hit every industry, right? I bet there's probably not a single industry out there that isn't having sort of those kind of conversations of like, where is AI going? It's why it's like computers, right? You can use a computer across every different industry can use a computer, right? It doesn't matter what you're doing. It's easier to do it if you have a computer. I think it's going to be the exact same thing with AI. It doesn't matter what you're doing or so every single industry is going to benefit from that. Yeah. Anyway, it's cool. I'm excited to play with what we have today to play with. I don't know what you want to start with. I don't know if we had a starting point for this, but
no, that was good. We just wanted to kind of get the lay of the foundation of where we're headed. I think we may have cut out with a few people for just a second, but I see our internet is back, so this is good. So if we cut out, stick with us here for a second. We're moving on. We have a bunch of stuff on the show today. We want to start talking a little bit about some of the news out there. We got some access, some new tools.
We got news. We got fun new things in pop culture for AI that we get to actually play with ourselves, which is fun.
We if you know, we interviewed Jason Allen on the show.
Friend of the show. I'm going to say friend of the show. Friend of the show, Jason Allen.
So he's the one that kind of, I wouldn't say,
kicked off the conversation about AI art, like in general,
across the nation, because of what he did, and he put in an art piece in our local Colorado State Fair, it blew up nationally, and we got him on the show. One first
place, got interviewed by the New York Times. All of this stuff went huge. We interviewed him on the show, talked to him for like an hour and a half. It is on VOD. It's amazing. He does some prompts with us and everything. And so anyway, he now has a new sort of venture that he is, or not even it's like a new direction to put his efforts into. And we're going to talk about it because it's interesting. Absolutely.
And then Adobe Firefly. What is this?
Woo! So I got into the Adobe Firefly beta, which Adobe Firefly is like Adobe's new version of text to image and text to text effect. Is the two things that they have right now.
All right.
So we could play with both of those, and I have some like designs from it and everything. So yeah, we can play with Adobe
And then
Firefly.
If you stick with us, and we need you in the chat tonight.
Yeah.
We need you to like give us some insights all night because we got a board game back here. Hey, let's give a little sneak peek to it. Oh, there's the board game. There's some pieces back there.
It looks good.
That we're going to talk about. That actually looks really good. Man.
It looks good.
Look, I got this other camera of the 3D printer. I just got to show it off to everyone because I'm pretty excited about it.
That looks good.
Yeah, that looks good. And we got this one.
Woo!
What's up?
Hey.
This is us back here. So we got a lot of good show tonight.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's fun.
And if you would like to talk to us about anything, you have some insights, some questions that you'd like to answer, thank you so much. So sound off in the chat. I mean, Ryan's going to be the one that says who's in here.
Also, join us on Discord. Also fun. Posting articles, things like that I find.
Like, people are going to know how to even get to us.
Double drop down on Discord.
So the question is, double drop down, is there spaces or is it all one word? It's all one word, mostly. Like in general.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it's got to be camel case, right? At that point, because you got to be able to read it.
I'm impressed that you know what camel case is.
Why would I not know what camel case is?
I don't know. It's not a thing.
I lay out, pages.
Fair enough. If you don't know what camel case is, ask us in the chat. We'll tell you what it is. All right, where are we going to start tonight? I think the thing was like AI news.
Yeah.
I'm going to just jump in with some of the initial things because I want to say it's like, okay, today I was in a meeting with a bunch of academics, like deans, provosts, like academic professors that have tenure, and the topic was AI. And so one of the interesting things that we had been hearing is that they were like, hey, so this AI thing came up, and I kind of alluded to it earlier. We were talking about some of these pieces, and they're like, we need to do something about it. And so I was like,
we need to do something about this AI.
Well, and honestly, that was where it started. Guess what the first thing all these professors want to do? Not in this particular call.
You unplug it.
How do we police it?
Yeah.
How do we get it out of here?
Get it the hell out of here.
This is going to change everything, and I'm going to take it away. How can you?
I've never.
It's not.
Not in my classroom.
This is the biggest disruptor since the freaking internet, and it's bigger
since fire.
Maybe.
Maybe. The head of Google said that.
You know, I saw a meme, and they were saying that it showed two guys, and then one's taking a test, and then the other guy's looking at the other guy's test, and it was like, this is Bard looking at ChatGPT. Because who knows about Bard right now? Who's using freaking Bard? If you know what Bard is, it's an AI.
I made it in. I played with it for a minute and went, I guess. And that was it.
Yeah.
I still use ChatGPT is the most.
Mike, okay, so you gotta help me. Michael.
Oh, I didn't see it come up.
Michael's. It's right up there.
Okay.
McAllizy?
We need phonetic spellings of name. Yeah. No, thank you.
It is not going in the back of the bottle.
Totally. Oh yeah, no, absolutely not.
The only way it goes in the back of the bottle is when
Mike Azul. Mike Azul. Nice. See phonetic,
yeah.
love it. Mike Azul. Nice.
So good with that, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
We've been talking about that basically since the beginning, right? That that's why we like it, because it feels scary, but it's like it's not going back. It's not going. We're not going backwards from this. It's not stopping. So I want to be riding it.
With every tool, there's a good and a bad.
Totally.
And so there's a bunch of bad shit out there. I'm just going to say it right now. Bad stuff can happen with AI. That's not what we're about. We're going to say, okay, it's here. We're going to adopt it. We're going to do the things that are going to make this thing better. And we're going to help be on the positive side.
Totally.
So we'll talk about it. we get on philosophical like end of world debates.
And well, every AI conversation ends with like either the end of the world or utopia, right?
Yeah, it's usually pretty bad that way. We're not gonna go that. Well, when we go there, just tell us in the chat to shut the hell up.
You're like you drink. You're cut off. You're going into
drink your topo.
The singularity.
God, it always goes to that, doesn't it? Hugging face. What the hell is hugging face, Ryan?
So if you've followed the show at all, we have been on Hugging Face quite a few times, and Hugging Face isn't really the thing. I'm gonna set it up. So I've been hearing more and more pop culture-y stuff about AI, you know, our text to image generators, right? ChatGPT. It's like made it into the zeitgeist, and so I can't remember. It's sometime this week there was a late show with Stephen Colbert, right?
Yeah,
and he does a segment called Cyborgasm, and
like it already,
love it, right? And it just like talks about technology stuff, and this came up, and I was like, how have I not heard of this? And so if you have heard of Will Smith eating spaghetti, we're going to talk a little bit about that, and we're going to play with the model, which is hosted on Hugging Face.
Who likes Will Smith?
Well, you know, so I played a bunch with this model too.
Okay.
And so I saved like maybe two dozen little videos from it.
I'm not anti Will Smith. I'm just saying who likes Will Smith because.
Well, I feel like his stock has gone down a little bit when he's slapping people, right?
Yeah. Fair enough. All right.
Oh yeah, ready? Were you ready for some nightmare fuel? Man, you got to see the ones that I created too. They are also.
Oh,
weird.
You made some?
Oh, I made dozens.
Oh my goodness!
Because they take
great.
like a couple minutes
all
each
right,
to render.
Let's go to this one.
Okay, so if you haven't seen this, get prepared. So what this is, to start off before you play it, this is an AI model that is doing text to video. Right. So everything has been text to image or text to other text. Right. But this is trying to smash together video. And again, it looks ridiculous. And all of mine look ridiculous. They're the laughable, like, you know, whatever. But that's kind of what we were saying about DALL-E, like not that long ago. Right. In August or whatever of last year.
Dude, I looked at a DALL-E thing that we were like, oh my God, this is
we
amazing.
Were getting blown away and everyone's like,
what the hell? This is man, I can spit that out into the back of my pocket and freaking Mid-Journey in 2 seconds.
I know. So think of this as the beginnings.
All right, we've buttered it up enough. Okay, so just context. This has been AI driven. What was the text prompt? Does it say?
Will Smith eating spaghetti.
Says
and he did it a few times, and so it like pieced every shot where it changed the shot. That's just another one of him, but he pieced it together into one.
This may haunt you for the rest of your life. That already haunts me. That picture. Let's see. Oh my Lord! Whoa! That's a delicious.
He looks so weird. And I love the shutter stock all over it.
Oh snap!
Man, it's pretty good.
But if it's here, look how good it's gonna be like soon.
Yeah,
like that
totally.
was creep,
it's
right?
Good.
Man.
Okay, and then go down and do the meatballs. So somebody put Will Smith eating spaghetti with meatballs.
It's only 2 seconds.
Yeah, because see, that's how long they typically last. So those other ones were like a bunch of them crammed together, and you'll see that when we get into the actual
Wait! I gotta watch this one again.
One more time.
I gotta see that one more time. All right. It's even with his hands.
He's just cramming it, and it's just disappearing. It is just like DALL-E when it was early. You're like, this is like nightmare fuel, right? It's as if
his hands are good though. Hands have been typically not great.
He got hands.
He is delicious. He is loving on that spaghetti. All right, what do you think?
My God.
Yeah, that's terrifying as hell for sure.
Totally. Oh,
all right,
man.
you're telling me you did some of this?
Yeah. So.
Oh God, we got to get you prepped up. Let's see here.
So Hugging Face, right, is where, and we talked about this before. It's a website.
Oh, crap, you got a lot of them, man.
So let me sort of go. You should let me go through them.
You do that. You need the mouse here. Let me hook you up.
So I think what we should do is we should bring up actual Hugging Face.
All right.
And start some prompts.
Okay. We're going to go to Hugging Face. Let's go to this website here.
Okay. I wonder if will this play? Okay. Because what did we do? I did evil Santa holding a hammer. That's what it came up with.
Looks like he's juggling.
He looks a little juggly. I don't think we can save it because it took too long. No, see, it's a text file. So see,
what's
this
that?
is
Is that MPEG?
no. Let's see. Save video as
MPEG.
a text file, though, right?
That's my stupid computer. Just do the desktop. See if it works.
Okay, great. Maybe it did. Okay, so these take a couple minutes.
Right.
I would say
chat. What do we want? We need
some
video.
We need some video prompts. So what I've found that works best, really simple things, right? You can't be going off the top and doing a bunch of crazy stuff. It does some celebrity stuff, but sometimes it just will like not give you anything. It does animals pretty good, like combining animals with other things or like having an animal do something.
So what's the best? I mean, is there any kind of like humans doing some random things?
Yeah, well, like I feel like sometimes,
dude. What about the game? Oh wait, we got rocket boots.
Rocket boots. Okay.
Okay, so what about rocket boots?
Do we want something like something in rocket boots?
I don't know.
Like monkey in rocket boots.
How do you say the name again?
Mike Aziz, right?
No.
Mike Azul.
The next one, rocket boots is be careful.
Be careful.
God, why am I so bad at that?
Christ, it's like I feel like
you're like Adam.
Are you having an aneurysm? Do you have a blockage?
I'm not as good as you, man.
Apparently, those word games. You need to get some like word games on your phone. Okay, so rocket boots. I like rocket boots.
You know, if I just said the words, it would actually say it. Be careful. You wouldn't
there you
even
go.
know. There's some words that I've said in time that I totally thought they were other things. But all right, we got rocket boots on who?
Yeah.
We got to do it on a person or rocket boots on an animal or what?
Yeah.
I don't know. What's something hilarious?
What's something? Yeah.
Oh, Balenciaga rocket boots.
What is Balenciaga?
Have you not seen this?
No.
Dude. It's like the thing on Reddit right now, if you're all up on it. So Balenciaga, they've been doing like we got to look it up.
It's not going to know what that is though, is it?
Yeah, hell yeah, it will. Rocket boots on a goat.
Okay.
We got it. Rocket boots on a goat. Harry Potter.
Goat.
We got to go. Goats came in first. First in, first out.
So what I found, so what this does is a lot of times it will just air out.
Oh, great.
But if you get in this queue, that's the thing that you know. If you're in the queue, then you know your thing's going to turn out good.
Are we in the queue?
And so we're in the queue, so we're good. So it's going to take 108 seconds, right? And usually it's a little bit more. So it's like,
right.
You know, it would take like two minutes. So do we want to look at some of mine?
Yeah,
just kind of in between?
There we go.
Okay.
You got to be...
Because I want to do them one at a time.
All right.
So what I started with, which you could tell what was on my mind this week.
You can't see any of this right now.
Yeah, so I'm gonna.
Oh,
is this where you want me to open it?
Yeah, we want it on that. So that's the screen that everyone can see.
Okay, but I want to make sure it can open.
Oh, geez, you're gonna go that route?
Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
So, see what? Oh, it's like skipping over it to the next one.
Yeah, it's doing it. You put them in a playlist.
Oh, dude. What?
Here, let me show you how to operate a computer.
Put this into... I need a...
I don't have any of these special programs that you might have.
Oh, my God.
All right, what's the one you want to do? I'm going to drive. You want this one first?
Yeah.
All right. Are you all ready for this? Tell us what this one is. Ready?
Dude, put it on... Because you got to repeat it. Because they only last 4 seconds, right? Or 1 second.
All right, here we go.
So it's got to be... So I did Donald Trump gets arrested. Because that was on my mind. So
I love that car.
Yeah. Tiny little car, right? That's kind of Donald Trump. Like, I get it.
He doesn't look arrested. He's just like getting out of his like
he's
little
just,
tiny police
He's just
car.
walking around and there's car here. This is probably one of the better ones.
Oh my God. You showed the best one first?
Yeah.
What the heck's wrong with you?
Because this is how I got it. I was like, cool. I'm going to make a whole bunch of fun Donald Trump ones then.
All right,
and do things. So then.
Oh, whoa. We got rocket boots.
Okay, rocket boots on a go.
Can we do this? What do we got to do? Just play it?
Play it.
Will it repeat itself?
There's no rocket boots. That's just a goat.
It is a very, very
lame.
You know, wait. So could we just do? I mean, it is a goat. that goat does not exist, right? That's just an AI
That's just
version
an
of
AI goat that it came up
All
with
right,
from pictures.
We better save this, right?
Yeah, you can.
We were in that mode of saving everything. What the heck? Oh, here it goes. Save to the desktop.
Yeah, just whatever mine was.
All right, we're gonna just do. I'm gonna put rocket boots.
Just rocket boots.
Just rocket boots. We're gonna generate the video.
Okay. See, so things. So like, see the connection aired out, right? So what they have is if you set the seed to -1, it's a different one used every time, and then we want this probably to be like maybe 30 frames. And then inference steps, that's probably fine. So what I would usually do, okay, so usually I just keep clicking it until it puts me in a queue.
We are in a queue. Okay, let's do a few more of these. You know what? I'm going to put it over here.
Maybe yeah.
Because then people can see like what
people
we got
can
going.
See it. Maybe they want to call one out.
Because there's a bunch of them here. And if that was one of the better ones, like what? Okay, what's another one?
Drunk Pope. You want to try a Drunk Pope?
Drunk Pope.
See what Drunk Pope looks like.
Wait, is it on repeat?
I mean, he like almost goes like he's taking a drink, but there's nothing in his hand.
That's creepy.
Oh man. Oh, okay.
Okay. Oh wait. We got something from the chat. We got
Harry
something
Potter,
from the chat.
Valencia.
We're gonna take a look.
Oh, we're just we're just looking at things out of the chat. I don't know. If,
whoa! It didn't come up. What the heck? We didn't get it. What happened? Was it? You're probably on mobile. Are you on mobile? Server not found on that video.
Just look up those keywords.
Well, so the one that you would like is Is there
a picture of
Futurama Valencia? Have you seen that?
I don't know what Valencia is.
Oh my God, Ryan, where have you been? I
thought
you were. On
I thought you were
Reddit.
online. I thought you were online.
I thought you.
It's
knew
been a busy
these
week,
things.
but
all right. Well, it's not just been this week. Let's look at Valencia first. Okay, if you go to Valencia. It's like this super fashion website, right?
Oh, with like a bunch of stupid, terrible clothes that cost thousands of dollars.
So Valencia. So what they've been doing, and they've been putting. Let's do this. Valencia Futurama, and we'll do the Harry Potter if we can find that one too.
And they're AI generated.
Let's do. Yeah, check this one out.
Okay. Yeah.
You did see this.
I have seen the Harry Potter one. Yeah.
All right. Let's see if we can get this going here.
That would be fun. We should do that.
What, like
try to get the AI to do it.
All right, we're back online. I don't know why we
Balenciaga?
Yeah, we just said Valencia, didn't we?
Balenciaga. Thank you, Stealth Mouse.
Uh-oh.
What the heck?
My freaking kids probably are on the internet playing video games here. All right, here we go.
It says we have an excellent connection.
Now we
Jesus.
Do. This is not the cool one that I was seeing. I mean,
I want them all AI generated.
That would have been like, these are, they're all supposed to, but this is all.
Oh, this is, where they can change like little parts of it. Nice. I like that.
There were some way better than ones in this. Okay, that's like what? Who would that be?
The janitor. Oh man, now we're getting into too deep of cuts. I can't tell them.
All right, let's do this. Futurama Reddit. They had
you already.
Eesh.
Hey, wait, do we have one going? We should always have one going.
Oh, here we do. Remember, it's the rocket boots.
It's definitely done.
Ah, this is the one I wanted to show you though. All right, let's take a look at it. We're gonna always block.
Yeah.
All right, you tell me that these don't look freaking good.
Totally, that does look good. Yeah, nice. How does this have anything? Oh, this didn't have Balenciaga or whatever.
This is Balenciaga.
No, it said like dark something. Nice. The sun. Oh, that's great. Farnsworth. Oh, we're covering up the names. This is Nibbler. That's good.
Here, we'll go invisible.
Scruffy, there's the janitor.
Zap.
Yeah.
I mean, they look really good.
Nice. Oh man, I feel like that's too dark.
Of course.
Cool, of course. Great, man. trying to get the kids into Futurama. They need to put Futurama on Disney Plus.
I mean, this was good. So what the guy was doing was like putting a Futurama character and like then getting a human character and putting it together. We're getting off track. We're getting off track. It's okay.
That is good though.
We just wanted to show you.
Hyper chicken.
We're
this is getting like deep cuts. See, okay, so Futurama's on Hulu, and we have Hulu but with ads. And so then when I try to get the kids into Futurama on Hulu, they're used to no ads. And so then I would have to upgrade it to no ads, and I haven't pulled the trigger there.
This is Rocket Boots.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay,
there.
Yeah, we're not getting some good. Okay, this is early AI, and everything has Shutter freaking stock on it, right?
Yeah, everything. I think that's what it's trained on.
It's just trained on Shutter.
It's trained on Shutter.
And they call it Shutter stock because
that's a place. That's a
Shutter
stock.
That is exactly the word. That seems like I can see why they would get sued for that.
Well, this is just on.
All right, let's look at some of the ones you already did.
Okay, so try some of these. Try Scary Robotic Mrs. Claus.
This one here. All right. Okay, that is terrifying.
Yep.
That is terrifying.
I was showing Weston, and he was like, "I don't want to watch this."
Oh my god.
Okay.
All
Okay.
Right. Wait. You're totally.
Oh, I'm gonna. Yeah. All right. You drive.
My god! Thank God you just did not open to a terrible.
Yeah, I know that could have.
That was like so close to terrible.
Wow.
You don't know.
I'll hands up.
Do not.
No. Okay. Try a dolphin swimming in a cup. So this one didn't work at all.
Oh god.
A bunch of these just don't work. I
mean
it's a dolphin, sort of.
Oh, it has like a dolphin thing.
But he's not swimming in a cup. And then I tried dolphin swimming in blood.
Ugh.
So try that one.
Dolphin swimming in blood. Is it the same thing?
Sort of. But it's sort of colored red.
Okay.
It tried.
Yeah, you should have saved the last one for. Oh wait, I want to see this one.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg smoking a cigarette.
Tell me it's good.
It's pretty good.
That was good.
Look at her neck. Does a weird thing at the end.
Oh my lord,
it's very like Coraline or something.
Creepy. I mean, I guess you got to have things that it could have been trained on. All right, you got one more before we move on.
Oh, so there's some. Well, no, I mean these are all like 5 seconds. Joe Biden doing a backflip.
Looks like he's doing a karate kick.
He is not.
Jesus. That's terrible. That looks like he just fell out of a plane. Kind of car accident.
Yeah. Ew. It's not, do.
Ugh.
Like Christmas zombie elves turned out pretty good.
Okay. I'll be down. Oh, that is creepy.
Right?
Oh, man.
Yeah. See?
That one's good.
One.
We may use that for the promo of the game.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, we had my son was like, all right, do Dwayne the Rock Johnson dabbing.
That was one of them. All right. Yeah. Where was that? Big.
No. Oh, right here. He's not dabbing, but it does kind of look like him.
Oh. His little smile at the end. He's like doing his rock thing. Oh.
He's like doing moves.
Wait, can you? I want to go like pause it. Look at that,
man.
Oh my lord.
Yeah.
I want to like go one step at a time. Wait, can you pause it and go one?
Well, if you had, that freaking media player with the orange cone. I can't remember what it's called.
VLC player.
VLC?
He looks like Baltimore right there.
Yeah, that's what VLC. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, everyone. In my old age.
Did I not just say it, or?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, good. Yeah, VLC player. This is creepy. I like it like frame by frame.
Hi guys. Hi. Oh man.
Oh.
Yikes.
All right. Any other great ones?
Any other good ones?
I want to see this octopus in a bathtub because, like,
it actually turned out okay.
Geez, that almost looked like real.
Yeah, that one seems okay. You can actually see it's sort of in a bathtub, right? Like it has the outline of it, like that one. thought that one turned out okay. Yeah. The zebra eating birthday cake, pretty good.
You said some of these were bad. These are actually good.
So we're not looking at the bad ones. So all the Donald Trump ones after that were like static. So I wonder if it like, I don't know.
I didn't want you to do that. It's eating. I wouldn't say it's. Oh, I guess that's a birthday cake if you could say that.
Right? Kinda.
Very zebra-y.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if our other one came through. What was this one right here? Oh, we already had rocket boots. We never did anything.
Okay.
All right. One more.
We need like a celebrity one. We need something to go viral here, people. We need like what's in the news, what's topical, what's something we could like put into here.
You
and
go political. It can't be political.
It can't. Okay. No politics. Maybe.
What's something interesting that's happened lately? Like just let's do like Last of Us is big or.
Yeah. Do baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda drinking a beer.
Yeah.
Okay, we're in the queue. 6 to 6. We're gonna get some Baby Yoda.
Just Baby Yoda. Just some random
I'm going
video of Baby
simple
Yoda.
with this.
Well, see, and we should. So now that we're in a queue, right? Let's go back to you drive.
You know what we need to do? We're gonna let this go. We're gonna move on with the show, and we got to talk about something here. We got to talk about Jason Allen.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I think it's time to move on. What's going on in the world of AI? We've been talking about it from the beginning. Like AI is a crazy amount of stuff. So if you watched our stream earlier, Jason Allen, he put an art piece into the Colorado State Fair, and he used AI Mid-Journey to generate it. Does it have it?
He told them.
This is the piece.
That's the piece. He told them that that's what he was doing. Right? Like he said, he created this through a digital AI thing. You know, like. There's maybe some controversy about did they know exactly what that meant, right? Or did they think about it just as? But that's on them. Totally, that's on them. And then so what Jason Allen wanted to do is he wanted to use this image as part of, because he creates board games, and he wanted to use it as part of like this new like space opera board game that he wanted to do, but he wanted to be able to copyright it.
Hell yeah.
And so he put in a copyright for this and told them exactly how it was created and everything, and said, I feel like because of the effort that I went in crafting the prompt to get to this point, that I should be able to copyright this very specific image because there was effort that went into that prompt. That's his argument. And they came back to him and they said, nope, like you didn't necessarily put in enough effort into creating this for it to warrant having a copyright on it. And so he's appealing that right now. And he has sort of a whole like website up. This is a Denver Post article. Like he basically, he's fighting for that sort of side of AI generated art, right? To say that like that is enough, because I mean, you know, how many people have done YouTube videos where they react to other people's YouTube videos, right? And they're like, and they get cash for it, right? And the person who created that original video doesn't get any of that cash. And it's supposed to be that like you added your own something to it so that it's different than the original piece of art, right? And so now because you added that 20% difference, I think like sometimes people say that if it's 20% different, then that could mean like, hey, it's different enough that now it has a different audience, and then I get that revenue for it, not you.
So basically the debate is AI copyrightable?
Yeah. And so
and he's going to fight against that. He's going all the way to the Supreme Court?
He claims he's like, I'm taking this to the Supreme Court if that's what it takes. I'm appealing this all the way up to the top. And to me, that seems like a brilliant PR marketing move to do by Jason Allen. And the second was he was the one that sort of brought up this idea. And so it makes sense that he would be the one that would sort of like try to push it through and see what we would. I mean, I want AI to be in more, you know, laws and people thinking about that in government and stuff. Like we need to be thinking about that sooner than later. Right. And so I'm pro him bringing this up.
Well, it gets it in there and it keeps the conversation going. So, I mean, one of the cool things about him is he runs Incarnate Games. We got to give him some credit, right? Because
follow him on Twitch,
and he makes board games.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're about to get into in just a minute here. So he's been making board games, and I don't know, maybe that's what was like in my subconscious when we decided to like do the whole board games. But in any case, like he's been building board games for a long time, and now he's like, well, let's use this new tool that we have to start crafting some of that. And so I threw it in the chat, prompt engineer. Is that what he is? I mean,
well, so
you have to figure out how to create like AI using some text, and it's not like you can't just chuck in a little bit of text and then, okay, you can, and it's going to spit something out, which we should probably do that just to kind of for the hell of it, because here we are in our board game. Let's go to our public Midjourney, and we'll just do an example of that. We've been doing this before. So he essentially would go in, put in something. What did he call it? The opera, theater opera. I saw it in here, right here.
Yep.
Let's chuck in his exact words. See what comes
up.
Up.
Well, and so he like doesn't want to share what the prompt is, right? Which like I get that. Like if that is the angle that you're going at, that like
he has a special
those are like I have like that's a special secret sauce of mine, right? That I
to get something that he would want. Hilariously enough, he is the one that taught us. Okay, you're not really seeing our prompt. Let me put it up a little higher up over here. So if you see at the bottom of here, we're putting in this prompt in the bottom. He taught me -- AR
nice
space 3.2. So you got to give Jason credit for that,
because that's the that's sort of the ratio
aspect ratio AR. And so what I'm going to put in is his theater d'opera space shell. I don't know if that's how you say it, but
you sound like an idiot, Adam.
Theater d'opera spatial. Spatial.
Spatial. Nailed it.
Got it. But I guess the point is that he probably has his long, super crazy words that he puts in, and he gets very specific prompts that put that in.
That bottom left one is a little weird. Why is there a woman's face in that opera?
It's creepy.
I guess. Man, it's sticking with it, too. So sticking with it.
Anybody's listening in chat, tell us which one. 1 in the upper left, 2 in the upper right, 3
hasn't finished yet, right?
3 or 4. Which one? We got to do the face, right?
The face is weird. I like it better now. 4 is good too.
Somebody likes 4. All right, we're doing 4. We're just. Oh shit! I did versions of 4. Well, we're gonna upscale 4.
Upscale it, yeah.
And we're doing versions of 4 because it looks like a house. So if I jump into this, we can kind of see it. It's like a really cool house.
Yeah.
This one definitely looks like a theater.
It looks like it's projecting something on the background, like it's some kind of Cirque du Soleil.
So the point though is that's essentially what this guy has put in, right?
So I would be interested. So I feel like I have represented Jason Allen's position right now. I want to hear your I want to hear your take. Do you think do you think we should, if you were to like pick a side here, are you going for you should be able to copyright AI prompts or images that come out of text to image things, or are those sort of in the ether now?
It's a good question. And you know what? I actually have not thought about it until you brought it up right this second. Like, yeah? I just haven't even gone that deep dive on it. Because, like, it's so easy. I just spit out so many prompts. And it's like... Because the thing is, it's unique. If you put the same prompt in twice, you don't get the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't see why you wouldn't be able to.
Okay. So here's the counter argument that I will have.
Oh, so you're going to go both sides of it.
I think I'm landing more on the side of not copywriting images, to be honest.
All right, fair enough. Why is that?
The reason is because because I could prompt an image to make it exactly the same as something. Like if I do Pikachu,
okay,
right? Can I do, if it's Pikachu in a mech suit and they've never done Pikachu in a mech suit, can then I say, well, this is now my copyrighted, I guess. And what is the line then between copyrighted characters that are already there, that are brought in, the styles of it, I guess? I feel like I don't know how you would ever do copyrights on any of that. And
because it's using a bunch of copyrighted art to produce this, but as a human, you go and you look at a bunch of shit and you spit out something like you're inspired by other artists.
Yeah. And
this is just doing it faster.
It's just doing it faster. And that is the whole, that's everything with AI, right? Is speed. Doing 1,000 different iterations takes 10 minutes as opposed to doing 1,000 iterations takes a lifetime for a human, right?
Here's okay. So in the time that we just did
I
this,
like that. I like the snow falling at the top.
Yeah, is that this?
Nice.
We just created this straight up on stream with like a prompt from his thing that looks amazing. Like what? That's so cool. What would it have pulled from? Art, pictures.
Yep.
Like so many different things in life that it comes together. Like, this ours? Is this our thing?
I'm excited to talk about Adobe Firefly with you because it talks about. We're gonna get into it. Those things.
All right, so let's wrap this conversation.
So okay,
Jason.
yeah. So is your, let's say this went to the Supreme Court.
We did have a quick question though. It's like, if he had left out the details about AI, would have been granted him the copyright?
Yeah, well, of course, right? If he was like, I did this, I mean, you can copyright paintings, I assume, right?
I suppose.
And so in that sense, I think he would have gotten the copyright. It's just, is the level of effort there to say Pikachu mech suit and get an awesome Pikachu mech suit and be like, that's mine now?
So we need to do that? Do we need to do Pikachu mech suit right now? Is that what we're looking for right now? We just need to see what that means. All right.
I don't know why I said, I don't know where Pikachu mech suit came from.
Because it's like Pikachu though is copyrighted.
Yes.
Like if you're just using more generic, uncopyrighted.
But then what if I say Pokemon mech suit and it comes up with a slightly different.
How do you spell Pikachu?
Pika
Chew? Pikachu mech suit. You know what? I'm gonna put my favorite word in Cyberpunk. Because like you always get really good stuff when you get Cyberpunk in there. So we're gonna see what a Pikachu. You've said it too many times. Now I got this image in my head. Let's see if AI is gonna pull it out, right?
If they can do it, for you.
We got Pikachu, right? All right, I think I'm right. We're gonna go with this.
Okay.
All right, this is good. We're gonna bake this guy up, and then we're gonna move on because we got to talk about this Firefly. I'm like super stoked to see Firefly, and I'm really stoked to start playing with our game. Totally. And if you're here today and you've been already hearing about our game, it's gonna be so good.
I keep punching this mic.
Yeah, that's a you thing.
Cyberpunk derelict. Yes, from last. I love the word derelict. Good callback. Love that callback.
Oh,
Azul.
So good.
Azul's the callback.
Dude, use that word so many times.
It's great because it evokes the right thing that I wanted for our abandoned, horror sci-fi lab. These are cool. These are goddamn
badass. He looks so good. Like he looks mad.
Dude, he looks mad as shit. So bottom left is obviously best, right? 3. But then 1 is really interesting and different too.
We're doing them all. I'll do them all.
Just up-resing.
I just re-up my subscription for the month. Let's burn.
Damn.
I've been thinking about getting rid of it. Oh, guess what? So Midjourney just took away free freaking AI. You cannot do this for free. You have to pay for it now.
No free credits or anything.
They were abusing the crap out of it. So they're like, all right, I'm paying for the cheap version of this, but
they were like just signing up with a bunch of different email addresses or something and abusing it.
They were just using a bunch of abused things. So when I do my Witcher stream, I don't know if you happen to see, is that one of my backdrops is a bar in a Witcher-esque kind of thing that I threw through AI. It's like so good for many awesome things. So because apparently when you Twitch stream, there's some nakedy scenes in Witcher, and I was like, all right, I gotta cut away, and then you can see my face and hear all these weird noises in the background.
We did it. We had to do that when Kathy and I played through that game with the video clips. What was that?
Oh yeah. I can't remember what that one. That was a creepy game. That was
a weird game.
All right, we're moving on to Firefly. Will those things come up? But I wanted to just make a last note on Jason Allen. He's at the freaking Riverwalk there, if you can tell.
Oh yeah,
that is a Riverwalk, but it has a terrible picture. Why would you put this like?
Why would you put that?
This like big old thing, and I mean, yes, that's pretty, but
I would have content filled that shit straight out of there on that picture.
Good job, Jason Allen, on that. All right, we're coming.
Hey, I mean that's not Jason Allen's fault. This is stupid Denver Post's fault.
Oh, there's our stuff. You know. Okay, Firefly.
Okay, so let's get into this. I've been super excited about this. So a couple weeks ago, signed up for Firefly beta, which Firefly is Adobe's new like product, I guess, that they're planning on building into things, but now it's sort of in beta, and it's text to image, right? Same as Midjourney, DALL-E, Stable Diffusion, all of that stuff. It has some very interesting differences from anything that we have seen before now, which I will go over, but like, and also it has fill text, as
which you thought was bullshit last time, and then you watched it and you're like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, and so I play with it now, and it is somewhat cool. So we will look
cool,
at it.
So it's like half bullshit.
It's half cool. So it's half cool and half bullshit, and that's what I would say a lot of this AI stuff is. Okay, so before we even get started, I wanted to call out some of these. So before you even get in, you get into the beta and you have to agree to a bunch of stuff. Here are the limitations. Firefly does not currently support or upload or export of video content. So you can tell that's maybe on the horizon for them, right? You can't use Firefly to edit or iterate on your own artwork at this time. So you can't like put in your own thing and have it like change anything. Firefly has been developed using content available for commercial use, including content from Adobe stock. So what's interesting about that is what that says to me, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but like these things are built from stuff that they've already paid artists for. And they're like, that is part of our collection. And that was what we have built our large, language model on, or our model on.
That's why they're going to be able to charge your ass.
Exactly. And so that makes me think, could you copyright something here? Right? Because what they don't want is you to be because let's say you're using it for Adobe, right?
Yeah.
You're using it in commercial applications. Like that's who's using Adobe, right? For a lot of it is people who are using it for business and creating things for business. And so what they can't have is AI images that then you're putting into your own designs and sending out and being like, this is my design now. But you could do it if you had already paid the artist and said, we're putting them into this thing. That's an AI model.
Right?
Well,
free to you?
It's free. I mean, I pay for the creative suite.
So
right?
They probably gave it to you because you pay for it.
Yeah. Likely.
So just a quick rundown in a very, just to make sure I'm checking expectations. First, Firefly doesn't support upload or export of video content, whatever. That makes sense. Number 2, I think that it's like you can't edit or iterate on your own. I guarantee the reason they put that in there is because people would put their like random other crap that they don't own in there.
Yeah. Well, and I don't think they have any sort of upload an image and do something to it at this point. Right. Like that's just
you have to train it, and then non-commercial use. Okay, whatever. Get into this thing. Let's see what this is about.
Okay.
I love this top right one. They got like some polyamorous couples like walking down on Business Street.
Yeah, overgrown cottage with ancient trees, fantasy illustration, toy photographer on sidelines of a soccer field. I mean, we've seen all of this.
That one in the upper left, that's badass. That city.
Floating city sky graphic, digital, vibrant colors, dramatic light shot from above. Okay. So can you make us half invisible on the stream?
Yes, we can do that.
So you can see our prompt.
Invisibility.
So I mean, you might need to type in things, but
I'll be typer. Okay.
So what do we? So we wanted to do. Do you want to try something for the game or? Because then I want to show you the interface after this.
Yeah,
once we pick.
I
something.
think what we need to do is first of all. Oh wait.
First of all,
let's get some Pikachu's here.
Mecha Pika. Oh, so good.
Damn.
That one's cool. I like the slit eye
in the back focus. Just like that is a good shot. Like all of these are really great. I like this one. He's looks so pissed off with his wings on there. It's freaking badass.
That's his tail. That's the tail.
That looks like a wing.
Yeah,
it is his tail.
Like, that's the tail that looks like the lightning
right.
bolt or whatever.
He looks
that looks cool.
Like he's been into some shit.
Nice. Yep.
I kind of like this one the best initially, but now that I'm seeing it, like has the lightning coming off of him.
It looks the most like you could be like, someone really did that for Pikachu. There's a new Pikachu movie coming out that has a thing. Like it feels the most sort of put together.
Pikachu, Cyberpunk
He's
2077.
badass. Yeah. Oh, is one of his arms ripped off?
He just got into a battle, man. He still survived it though. I don't even think he has his other hand. He got messed.
Man, yeah.
Okay, best of those 4. I almost feel like this is it. This is the one.
Cool.
They nailed it.
It's just different, you know?
It is. All right, so going back into our
try Pikachu mech suit and see if it does anything. Because there's definitely stuff where it'll say like, because I tried this, so we can look at things that I did if we want to. But
do you have a certain amount of these that we're gonna use?
No, it didn't seem to.
All right, so I'm gonna try it.
Is that how you spell Pikachu?
I don't know. I did it anyway, so.
Okay. All right, so here's what's interesting. Oh man, interesting. That would be cool.
Oh, he's so cute.
Man, these ones are super cute. These
Number
are like
3.
chibi. They're like all chibi, right?
Oh my lord, I want all of them. They're so good.
Okay, so here's where this one does slightly different, right? This is sort of the Adobe take on things.
Okay.
So what you can do is they have different styles that you can do, right? And they have different, like, what if we wanted him to look like layered paper? Like we could generate it and do layered paper, right? Or
all of the shitty old filters that they had in Photoshop.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta say though, that's badass.
Right? And so then you're like, okay, I got a different like version of him, right? Okay, so let's say he
looks like a cat though.
Yeah, he's like, looking, because where's his tail? Like, I feel like part of how you understand that this is Pikachu is the tail,
like
and he has
any of them.
Yeah, it doesn't really look like Pikachu. Okay,
Wait,
so
out of
let's
those
say,
4 though, which one's your favorite?
I think I like this one.
God, I did too. It's interesting.
So then you could say
Save it.
show similar, right? Okay, we'll download it.
Yeah,
okay, so watch what happens when you download.
Uh-oh.
Okay, this is really interesting. Promoting transparency. Adobe's committed to promoting transparency around content generated with AI tools like Adobe Firefly. When downloading content generated by Firefly, it adds this content credentials to it. And you can't take that off, right? And then what these content credentials are is it's sort of metadata that you can't actually see. So you can't go in and look at the metadata, right? But what you can do is they have these tools that you can use. And I did this, right? So you can inspect an image.
Because it's on the front of the image, right?
Yeah. So what happens is, like, you drag an image onto here, okay, and then it'll tell you all about it. It'll be like, here's when it was created. It was made with this. So this one doesn't have it because this must not be an AI generated image. But if we pulled that Pikachu one into here, it would say it was created with this model at this like version number or something like that. What it doesn't do is it doesn't say it was pulled from this artist and this. That's what I thought it was going to do.
Right.
But it doesn't do anything like that. It just sort of tracks it a little bit. I'd
like to see if I could get past that.
Well, and it's not even a thing you get past. It's just to sort of know where your thing came from, I guess.
Fair enough.
Right? Okay. So it's adding that to it, and it downloaded it.
Yeah, it's probably some bunch of bullshit. It's like, oh, we're doing this stuff, but it's not even a thing. All right, wait, save this one for me. I like that one too.
And then you can do those versions, right? Get out of here.
You gotta save it. Oh, you didn't save it. Because it was generating the thing.
Oh, and then you I thought it just automatically did it. Okay. So then you can show similar, right? And then it'll like fill in the rest of them to ones that kind of look like that. And so I thought what the interesting thing about it is, these are all going to change. You're going to be able to import your own styles. Like, you can see where this is going, right?
It went totally off the rails by the far left there.
It's like a weird little monkey thing.
It's like 1920s version and colorized. It just doesn't look right.
Yeah. So anyway, I thought these were kind of neat, right? Like, what if we want close up, golden hour, vibrant?
Do it. Is he gonna be yellow? Pikachu.
He has to be yellow still.
Damn. That one on the left, he's looking like a Destiny.
It's like an Overwatch character, yeah. because we still had layered paper on.
That layered paper looks amazing. Like I was calling bullshit on it. Now it's like one of my favorite freaking filters. I love it. Yeah, it looks amazing. Would you take it off? Would you take it off? Put fur. Look at they got fur.
Fur.
He has fur, right? Oh, that was so good. God, I love that. Okay, purple.
No more synthwave.
I'm gonna have to use some of these words. See, remember what we said when AI came out? We were like trying to put words in here. Now you just got little keywords you just chuck in there.
Yeah.
And he's like every one of these, like it's awesome in some capacity. It's like totally not Pikachu though.
No, yeah, we've strayed. We can't load.
It's like a version of Star Wars.
Yeah, this looks like Star Fox.
Star Fox.
Yeah, anyway, okay, so those are fun. That's fun, right?
Yeah.
The other thing.
Wait, did we get a Baby Yoda video? Sorry to derail her. Oh my God! Ah!
It looks like he's being birthed. Where's his face?
He's like, he's choking on the carpet there.
Oh God!
All right,
weird.
That does not even be there. All right,
you're like, get away from that. Okay, so there's text to image.
Okay, let's do that.
Right. That's what we were just doing.
Okay.
The other thing that you can do is text effects.
See, okay. I'm excited about this. Let's do a double drop down.
Well, so it doesn't. Well, that's fine. You can do as many words as you want, I think.
Okay.
But it does better. So, like, what if we did
DDD?
Like D or like, what if we did Adam? Where's the ampersand? And Ryan.
A&R. Okay, I'm good at that.
Okay, and then what do we want it to have it look like? So basically, what this is it's adding sort of texture to letters. So these are, different chocolate chip cookies and
Adam Ryan show. Let's think of something that would really be relevant to us. Like, we played a lot of Halo.
Mm-hmm.
That might be a thing. Like, so that, I don't know if that would work though. Video games? Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
A&R show.
And so what it does is it gives you 3 different styles down here. And then you sort of pick from between them.
Ooh.
That's pretty cool. I feel like we can't see it close enough. I'm just going to do A&R.
3D printed was one of the thoughts.
Ooh,
too.
3D printed? I could see that.
I like A&R because I could totally use this on the stream.
Yeah. So here's what's interesting. Every time you pick one of these, it has to rethink about it.
Okay.
And this doesn't exactly match this, right? Like it's pretty close, but see how this sort of has like a little 2 thing here?
Yeah.
It doesn't actually have that up here. So it's almost like, how when you up-res things and you're like, up-res this one, it's almost like these are your choices and this is what you're getting is the up-res. And so every time you click on it, it's slightly different than it is down here, which I've had disappointments. I'm like, I love this one. And then when it does it up here, I'm like, I don't like it as much.
Well, I mean, you could see like, and you can't see let me see the mouse, like right up in this R right here. I love how it just like, it cuts in. And this is all, if I were to save this, it's just a PNG, right?
Good night, Talon. Yep.
Have a good night, man. I know you probably have like a final or something. Oh, you're probably getting ready for the symposium tomorrow. Oh, wait, you're not presenting in that. That wasn't a slight in any way,
it
by the way.
Seems like kind of like a slight. Calling out Talon. Yeah,
Good night, sir. Thanks for joining us. You're about to get into the board game. You're about to miss this hotness, my friend.
So you could do it loose, right? And then it just adds a bunch of junk around the outside, which is cooler when there's like other stuff going on. But you can't choose whatever font you want. You can only choose from these, 10 fonts or whatever.
Right.
Which, that's just a limitation for right now. And then you can also change the color of the background. But I mean, why would you want anything?
You would not.
That?
You could get everything.
So
with that.
let me tell you, I did 3D printed.
Okay.
And
wait. Save that.
Save
before
this
we
one.
do that because I want that.
Do you like that one? Do you like that one the best?
Whatever one you think is the best. I'm gonna have the masters in fine arts make the decision.
Yeah,
here.
That's true.
And I'm gonna put this on the show. This is the new show graphic.
This is new show graphic.
Hell yeah,
A&R.
A&R.
No, I don't think I like that one as much.
20 minutes later.
Yeah. I'm like, going back and forth. Chat, really? Every 3? Are we landing on 3? 3, 4. These are, I think we
it regenerates every time, right?
No, but now that it's generated all 3 of them or all 4 of them, we can go back and forth and not have to look at it every time. This is the generation.
I'm gonna just completely defer to your things because I like them all. There's little pieces of each.
Yeah, there's pieces of each one that I like. Some of these look more
Download all 4
retro than other ones.
We'll figure it out later.
All right. Let God figure it out. Shoot him now. Let God figure it out. Okay.
We'll use a part of every single one of them.
Yeah.
Just save it to the wherever.
Oh, I always hate that. It feels like it should just do it.
You gotta tell it where to do it, my friend.
Okay. Oh, I just like this is the saving. It always feels like. Okay, I'm gonna do these 2.
Okay.
Wait, we already did that one.
We did the first one. No, you didn't do the second one. You didn't. Okay, do that one. I like that one.
I like that one.
Because it's like bulky.
Yeah.
It's like chunky.
Mm-hmm.
Because they got to apply their special filter to it.
Okay, so let me show you 3D printing. Now here's
you put pound printing.
I tried to do capital
Pound printing.
I tried to do capital 3. So one thing that it does is I feel like when it doesn't really know what to do, it kind of does this.
It's like, hey, it looks beautiful. Check it out.
Yeah.
It's bones.
It kind of does like little filigree type things. Like, so this is 3D printing, but watch if I put leadership.
What? All right, drum roll.
Little filigree garbage, right? Like that's just kind of its
spinnies.
You know, it's just kind of like, hey, I don't really know what to do. So you get that a lot from these. I'll show you some. Oh, well, this is the board game.
Wait, what is this from?
This is from Firefly.
Oh, you got this from Firefly. Oh,
so this was
sick.
Top-down tile-based board game with horror theme.
Badass.
Yeah. You know?
Great.
Yeah. That was its very first try. So did you notice something? Did you know something? What is not so great about this? A baked in, do not use this for commercial use thing in the corner here, which sucks. That is on every single one.
If only we had a tool that could Photoshop
that
out.
That I could select that with something and then content fill that with whatever's around it. You're like, oh, you've made this bed, Adobe.
Oh my God. All right. I think this is transition time, my friend.
Wait. I want to show you the
right.
one more thing. Oh, I closed it.
What did you close?
Desktop, right? It's on the desktop.
We don't want to see all these things. Yeah, it's desktops up the top. There you go.
And where was mine? Adam and Ryan show?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you got some text things.
Oh, well, this was just abandoned. So this was abandoned laboratory, right? I was like, that's something. Blue Crown Conure for Kathy. I was doing like feathers.
Ooh,
stuff.
I like that feathers one. That
yeah,
looks good.
yeah. Colorful feathers. Bird ones. Yeah, jail cell. You know. Oh, this is my video game one.
Looks good, except the A is a little weird, but
it's like it's like very squat. I think that was the last one. Oh, I did a couple of them. That's a cool video game one.
A&R show.
Yeah.
You're watching the A&R show right
now. You're watching it right now.
All right. Well, I think we're to the point where we need to jump to the game, right?
Yeah.
That's what everyone's here for tonight.
Woo!
So we need your help.
Yes.
If you're still out there, you can still put your little ideas in the chat. We need your help because we're about to play the game that we've been playing with. So let's butter this up because actually, did you close on my things? Oh, I didn't. All right. Perfect. So if you've been watching the show, you already know the story. It's been pretty ridiculous.
Should we spend 2 minutes just kind of recapping it, or do we need to do that every time?
You know what? I need to go get let me go get the story. And then you're going to tell the story, and then you will read the story, and I'm going to show the pictures.
Okay.
I think that's what's going to do.
So I'll give some just backstory. You know, hey, we wanted to come up with something that would be fun to do with AI and art and technology and 3D printing and all sorts of things coming together, and our collective intelligence, Adam and I, and the chat. You know, Adam is super into technology and leadership at the academic level. I am a creative director at a couple different technology startups. And so it just felt like a fun thing to do. And so we came up with Board Game. And we've been having ChatGPT come up with the themes and characters and all of that stuff. And we have done a 3D, we're going to do 3D prints of all the characters and models and boards. And then we're going to give it out to everyone afterwards so they can print and play it themselves.
Which is awesome. And so if you watched the last show, we had this board not as good as what you're even seeing right now, because we're going to get to see the new version. I got some ideas, Ryan, I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
But what I want to do before we jump in the board, you're going to see a couple things there. At the very bottom, you see 4 squares. And everything's black and white on our test demo board for right now. So I wanted to give everyone kind of like a quick demo of what it looks like in full color. So we'll just start here. Player hit points. So keep this in mind. That's going to be on the back of some of the cards that you're going to see at the very bottom in just a second here. So if you see on, I don't think I can even point it out, but in the upper right-hand corner, there's 2 cards that are sitting up next to a bunch of those like colored pieces of the board.
Well, and even just to back up, we're like play testing this at this point,
testing,
right?
I'm about to go back there.
Yeah,
is it my turn to go back?
Yeah. I was gonna say like Adam should go back there and play because I did it last time. And last time we did sort of movement and how players would interact. How would they move around?
Here's the movement. We came down to 3 things, and so we're gonna be figuring out what our actual actions are. Because we got to the point where we were talking way too much about like theoretical, like here's the pictures and this is what it looks like. And we said, let's make sure it's fun to play.
Right.
And so we've done this. So player actions, we basically, just so you know what we're about to do, you're going to flip a path tile and you can rotate it 190 degrees. This is going to make a little bit more sense in a second. I'm not going to go through all these, but what I do want to go through is the cool things that you're going to get to see. So on at least this Photoshop, we got player cards.
Oh yeah.
And so
cool. And these were all AI generated images that we went in and sort of tweaked to make actually useful.
we did have to tweak it to make it awesome. So this one doesn't have the number in the upper right left-hand corner for whatever reason, but that's fine. So there's Evil Santa. We got Inca Gingerbread Man.
Nice.
And so what the idea, Ryan, just so you know, is that I left these blank so we could start writing in some ideas as we go. So we got Inca Gingerbread Man. If you notice the 9 in the upper hand corner, that's how many hit points that particular thing has.
Right.
And then there's some other things we've got to figure out. Like if you kill it, do you get some loot from it? What does it look like?
Yep.
So we got Zombie Elves.
Nice.
We got Robotic Miss Claus. And I went with Claus because I was like, and it's Ms. Claus right now.
Nice.
We gotta.
Yeah. So it's like she's sort of the helper, and then they were just like, all right, just they're not actually married.
not that one. Not Ms. Claus.
Yeah.
We got Xmas Light Snake, which is totally Stealth Mouse's idea.
Yeah,
I love it. You got to go with that. So we got Killer Krampus. And Polar Plague Bear.
That's right.
So those are our enemies in the game so far.
Yep.
Just so you know, almost all of them, except for Xmas Light Snake, has been basically AI generated. But all of the image is 100% AI generated. Even that backdrop that you're seeing on these cards, AI generated.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, the names. Yeah, Light Snake was the only one that came from the chat, but everything else. So here would be sort of the game board, like with all of the tiles flipped up, right side up so you could see them, but they wouldn't start out that way.
So this is and you're gonna get to see that because that's actually what we have back on this board right here. We're gonna go set it up in just a second there. So then the last thing I was gonna show you is just some of the locations in the game. So there are 4 locations in the corners that we've been working with, and we're still gonna tweak this. And this is where my idea comes in right in a second. But we got the helipad, which generally gets us out of there. AI generated again.
Nice. Hey, Kalia.
Hey, what's going on? Thanks for lurking with us tonight.
Helipad. I love that.
Helipad. We got, so I called this cold storage. This wasn't actually a thing, but it's like a very derelict, if you will.
Yeah, there you go. Love it.
And then we have our research center.
Yeah.
Which I love this research center. Like
this one's good.
The Christmas tree in that upper corner
with snow all over it.
Well, there's the snow one, but the one that they're like doing science on, like what the fish are they doing with that one?
Good night, Stealth Mouse. So that's the Christmas magic was getting pulled up, right? Because we do need to read the summary at some point.
Yeah, the body shop. Okay, we didn't put the body shop in there, but good callback, Kylie.
Right, that was good.
And then we have our lab.
Oh yeah, I like that one too. Oh. It looks weird. Those tentacles coming out of it. What were they even doing?
I know. So what we did last time, I'm gonna go back into our board game. So we have a bunch of stuff that we got that we've been running. So here's an example. We pulled this from chat or Midjourney. We had a bunch of different like versions of it. So we were talking about what was it? I can't remember where that was. Oh, Gailia, this is your cyberpunk. I think you didn't see this one. I don't know if you ever got to see this one. But where's our
the auto body technician cyberpunk something.
It was like because we got off track. We're like cyberpunk technicians.
Like, whatever.
We got off a little bit, but it's got to be up here somewhere. Oh, it must have been in another
what are you looking for?
Thread. The actual auto body that we had before. It was like
because that was we were
the dolphin. All right, let's get back to the
that was because we were switching out things. We were in painting last time.
It was in painting.
It was in painting.
All right, let's get to this workbench. What I want to do is I have this new camera angle. Let's see if I can get it to go. So we got 2 angles. This seems right.
Is the chat directly in the middle?
It is in the middle. So it'll come in the middle. So you got you on this board. The question is, can we get something on that backboard? I'm gonna push buttons and see if I can get this to work. So we want to do none of my things are okay. Oh. We got things working.
There's something.
Yeah, that's what we wanted to do.
There we go.
Let me make sure I know how to do this. Okay, cool. So Ryan's going to stay up front. Chat us if you have any insights as to what you're going to do. And it's going to be Adam and Ryan kind of working around, except I'm in the wrong place. Adam's going to actually be in the back and Ryan's going to be up front.
Oh, right. Yeah, the lower thirds.
Go ahead and let everyone know what the story is, Ryan.
The characters were invited to a Christmas party at a remote. So this is the story that ChatGPT came up with. This has been our North Star. Located in the heart of the characters are invited to a Christmas party at a remote research facility located in the heart of the Arctic. The facility was run by a brilliant scientist, Dr. Frost, who had been working on a groundbreaking project to harness the power of North Pole's magical energy. The party was to celebrate the successful completion of the project, and the guests were excited to see the results. However, as soon as they arrived, something went horribly wrong. The facility's power began to fluctuate, and strange noises and visions started to appear. Suddenly, a powerful spirit possessed a snowman emerged from the depths of the facility. Dr. Frost, who had been experimenting with ancient Christmas magic, had accidentally unleashed the spirit, which was intent on causing chaos and destruction. The spirit, along with his minions, zombie elves, and candy weapons, robotic Mrs. Claus, and reindeer, began to attack the guests, turning them into undead versions of themselves. Oh, see? Hey, we have not dealt with what being turned into an undead version of themselves means.
I have some good insights that I got from somebody. I don't know if they're in the stream with us tonight, but somebody had a freaking stellar idea. So we'll talk about that in a second. Undead versions of themselves.
Nice. Okay. The characters quickly realized they needed to work together to uncover the truth behind the facility and stop the spirit before it was too late. They must navigate through the facility, fighting off the possessed Christmas creatures, solving puzzles, and uncovering clues to stop the snowman spirit and prevent it from taking over the world. The characters soon discover that the only way to stop the spirit and its minions is to activate the emergency protocols and call for help. The clock is ticking as they race against time to escape the facility and survive the Christmas nightmare that they have found themselves in. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the AI-generated theme of this board game. That every decision has basically every ridiculous decision or normal decision has been based off that ridiculous North Star. But it's been fun. It's like forced us to think about what would make that interesting and how you would build a game around that. And
100%.
Yeah.
What's amazing about that is there was basically a couple things that happened. Number one, we came up with the idea we wanted a board game. Number two, we came up with the words horror, Christmas, and sci-fi. That was it.
Those are the three. That was our three like things that we did from the beginning.
And from that, and the amazingness of our abilities to do things, we've printed things. You could see these little like characters that we've printed.
Well,
thus
and we're
far.
we're gonna part of what we want to do is like
Continue building.
Yeah, like create 3D models and print out the little things. And what I would love is for in the end somebody to just get a file that says 3D print this and print out these stickers, and you can have this board game to play.
So let me show you where we're at. So what we have here, and I'm going to be jumping around the wrong boards, is here is the whole game as it is up to this point. So I think it's been 5 episodes to get to this point. Ryan and Kathy went to the awesome lengths of using one of their devices.
We had a plotter. We have a Cricut plotter. So we cut out black
tiles.
Well, we cut out the black vinyl and we stuck it on top of wooden tiles.
Wooden tiles that you got from some random place.
Amazon, we bought 150 tiles off Amazon for $7.
Little pieces of wood. So you got that. You put the black stickers on the top of it. And then last time what you had done is you, on the tops of the stickers, and I think you just saw it for just a second, you used chalk to draw.
Yeah, because it was
areas.
blackboard. It was blackboard
But
thing.
what we did is you printed out some vinyl, and then what I did between the last stream and now is I put on the right amount of like turns, and let's see if there's any other. There's straight pieces. And,
well, so a lot of this is built off of
crap.
That
was so random to get the exact
three different ones. So very much inspired by sort of the layout of Labyrinth. Jeez, it completely jumped out of my brain. The game Labyrinth, right? And in the game Labyrinth, you have the different tiles and you're sort of sliding them to move, where ours is more flipping them over from dark to light as you move down the hallway.
Which I agree, but I have an idea. You have to tell me how you think.
Adam's ideas. Woof! I'm just ready to shoot these down. He hasn't thought about them.
I saw somebody chat something like, what would get into that thought you just mentioned about something about AR.
I feel like you should do this with AR, like augmented reality.
Oh, is that what you're looking at? I thought you were talking about Adam and Ryan show. So what I'm doing is, the idea is, and we've talked about Labyrinth, is that mostly like in a Labyrinth game, you would get a line and you'd be able to push something out, this is not doing it right. And then you would have to take pieces and you'd kind of move them around. What we're going to do in this version is we're going to set up the corners.
It's 8x8. I think.
Yeah. It was like, what, 3 in the middle or something?
Nope, 4. It's because it's 8x8. Because those are 2.
Yep.
Yeah, so we have it sort of, so if you know Labyrinth, it has pieces, but they are solid pieces that are like glued into the board of the game. And those are scattered throughout, so you can push things through lines, which doesn't make sense if you haven't seen Labyrinth. But that's how it's set up. Ours, on the other hand, because you're not pushing them, we just have these safe spots that would be glued down to the board in all 4 corners. And those are our helipad and our laboratory and all of that. And then
there's our board.
Yeah. And so there would be the board.
So Ryan, just my thought, you can shoot it down, is what if these were actually on the outside? Let's say this was just for the hell of it. Instead of it being a corner, it was like on the outside, or it was like here. And then that way you could like flip these around like randomly and say, okay, this one's in this corner. This one's in this corner. So we would then have a full 8x8 board.
Because right now it's a full 8x8 board.
It's 8x8, but the problem is that these corners give you less space on the board. Like, they are absolutely the corners right here. But what I guess I'm saying is I'm saying, like, what if this was not the corner? It was literally on the outside. And then let's say this one was... We'd have to have, 8 more blocks on here?
Yeah, it'd be a bigger board.
It would be a bigger board, and it gives you a little bit more. And so this is what we got to tune and see if, like, this would work. So imagine there would be 8 here and 8 here.
Yeah.
And then these would just... Because then what this does, instead of it being glued down, is you would, like... shuffle them or whatever. It would be only 4 of them.
And I don't think you would I don't think if you just had them in the corners that you would glue them down necessarily. They would just be chunks that you would put down. But I do think that this is good. This is a good way to say, because we don't necessarily know, is this enough room? Is there too much room? Is there not enough room for it to be fun with like people chasing, like the bad guys that are gonna come out? I feel like that's where the tuning goes in, because then if you're like, because the only reason that you would want to add more is for no other reason except for like, there's not enough board for me to be on
to have fun enough
to have fun, right? It's like the fun that's what matters.
What if the reason why you do that is if you had 4 players versus 2? And so game gets better. Okay, we're going to run with the game as is now.
Yeah.
I just wanted to throw that out there. So to kind of just give you an idea of what you got as far as the deck is concerned, let's look at what you got. So first of all, you got your player action cards, which are important. We kind of showed you just that. It's like basically instead of rolling a dice or something like that to figure out what your next play is, you get to flip a path. We're going to do this in a second. Then you got your event card. Is essentially you collect something, and so it could be adding an enemy, something's going to happen to you, and the third thing is you take an action. So every turn, every player has these 3 actions. And so I have 2 action cards for 2 players. So we're going to act as if there's 2 players. And then the flip side, which I think in the actual game you'd have to memorize these rules if you used it. On the flip side, this is how you know how many hit points that your player has taken. So the idea is if these were sitting off to the side, let me use a piece of junk off my table here. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 4. So there is 20 dots on here. You would start with 20 hit points. And so I don't know if you're seeing this quite well, but if you started on this one, it would start slowly going down. And if you got to this first one and then this got to the end, you would die. So you start with 20 hit points, right?
Cool.
On your player. So that makes sense. You take your player. Let's put this player 1 in one of our start rooms. So what I was thinking is you got this cold storage, or you're basically outside. Some major event happened. Now you're stuck outside. That's where you start. Like the research room might be down here. You got like some sort of other room, and then here's your helipad that's like across the map. One of the things I was also, as basically what we were saying last time, is you have like parts that you might have to collect from some room. Maybe it's actually the research room up here.
Well, because that goes to the storyline, right?
Absolutely.
Like, because our storyline is they need to let me find that exact part. They need to because the creature uncovering clues to stop the snowman spirit and prevent it from taking over the world. They have to activate the emergency protocols and call for help.
And so essentially the game up to this point is you have to get your character from this like crazy, you're basically something happened in the research facility. You're on the outskirts of it. You're going to freeze to death. You're going to die if you're out here. So you have to venture into the facility, kind of like The Thing style, if you've ever seen that movie.
I was going to say, this is getting very The Thing vibes.
Well, it's The Thing. It's like aliens. It's super like borrowed into every kind of sci-fi horror and Christmas thing that you can think about. And so what your idea is that you have to navigate this board. You have to collect a few pieces. You have to go back to some areas which we consider these corner safe zones and maybe take some of the pieces. So where the I think the challenge comes in is these cards, and I'm going to show you these ones here, that are enemies. And now how I was thinking about it, and this is the change from last time, Ryan, and we kind of talked about it. I'm going to use the Evil Santa card as the example. And it's going to be hard to read this, so I'm going to read it for you. So you got Evil Santa. He's a 10-point enemy. And it just talks about what he does. It gives you some insights, and we got to figure out what this means to be able to kill him. If you kill him, there's one called Naughty or Nice or his Jolly Jingles. So depending on how good you get him.
No, those are his attacks, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That is Naughty or Nice or Jolly Jingles. So we got to figure out how he attacks you.
Yeah.
But then here's the cool part, and this is what we're thinking, is that you could get a key from him, and then you gain 2 additional cards or something. That's what we had originally thought. That was actually from the Chat GPT. Mm-hmm. And so what the idea would be is that you have to fight enemies to beat this game.
Yeah, like I feel like some of the objects should be sort of. Do you think? Well,
they're in
some
enemies.
are hidden. Some are hidden in the hallways, and some are from enemies.
100%.
Okay.
And so you always like, and you don't need to necessarily have every enemy. So like, a couple enemies may have the key to a room.
Mm-hmm.
A couple enemies may have like a part of the helicopter. But it almost might be on the board too. It might be part of one of the pieces. So one of the challenges, one of the things that we wanted to try today is let's see how we can get through the game. So we have a dice that is worth what? This is an 8-sided dice. Oh no, this is bless you. Gesundheit, as they may say. So there is this dice, which I think it just goes up to 4.
Yeah. We had 8.
We had this is the 12-sided dice. And then it was 8.
We had to do 8 because we have an 8x8 board, right?
Right.
And so you need to be able to roll an 8x8, 2 8x8 dice to be able to show like, because some of the action cards or some of the cards that you could flip over is like douse all the lights on row 4 and 8 or whatever you roll, which I feel like is it seemed to play okay.
So I totally think that everything up to the last time we played was awesome. My thought, Ryan, was let's just imagine, just for a second, we talked about it at the beginning though, is like, let's say this was on the outside like this. You could have an event card where it says like, row this versus this slides to the right. And so then you could have this slide to the right once, and then this thing could go to the other side. Like if we wanted to keep with that dynamic of sliding, because you kind of need an 8x8 board to be able to do that.
The problem is the sliding is really hard once it's on a board without those guiding glued down pieces. I feel like that's me. I mean, I love the mechanic of Labyrinth of sliding, and that's what I thought we were going to do. But I just feel like the way that we have the solid pieces on there, like I want there to be able to be like a board that you pick out and it's on the thing and it isn't 20 inches by 20 inches also.
Fair.
But I do think that if this ends up being too small of a board to be fun, we're going to have to figure out some way to make it bigger.
And maybe there's some depth. There's some like 3D printing, because I was thinking like, could you go up on something? Is there like a ledge you go to? Like, what is that cool thing where like if you're getting chased by an enemy, could you step up and it like hide an event or something like that? I don't know.
Well, and those are all things I feel like you do as you play it, right? Because you go, it's not interesting enough, right? Or I can't do enough things, or I can't get away from enemies quick enough. Like it's almost like everything from this point needs to be fun player based, right? 100%. Like it's almost like what makes it fun and what makes it not fun. And then we can come up with whatever, like the theme or whatever needs to be around it, or the 3D printing. It's just like,
so here you go, Ryan. Here's one of the first tips I got from somebody. This is not from me. They're like, if you kill players, if a player can die, typical video game genre thing is that players dying is a bad move in board games. So if you have like multitudes, let's say 2 players and one dies, like the game will not be fun. So one of the thoughts I had is like, if you die, you become an enemy now, and you have to try to fight your other team. Remember? So you might be team member co-op until you become a zombie, if that were to happen. And then whoever wins out of that is the winner of the game. So if you could get it just tuned enough where like somebody always probably will die, then you can then have them fight against the rest of the team.
And they would be going through it. It would be hard to balance for multiple zombies being able to like, because right now, would you have it where they can only move one space towards people at a time?
So I think we need to figure that out. That's part of the what we figure. So let's start the game. If we take player actions,
because I do want to keep it as simple as possible for the first run through, right? Like I feel like if we can keep it minimum things as possible that we have talked about, and then we could be like, is that fun? Is that section, this vertical slice of it fun? And then say, if it's not, we have to add pieces, or we have to add complexity, or we have to take away complexity.
So I'm going to use this as my character. I'm 100% with you, Ryan, tonight. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this character, which has this little ring that's behind it. It can take a piece of it. So what last time we were doing is we just checked to see if the mechanics of the game worked. It did.
Yeah.
So now what I think we need to do is we kind of figured out near the end that an 8-sided dice was great for battle.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have legitimate enemies. We got an enemy pile here.
Yeah.
I haven't done anything yet with the action, so if we do need to figure out if there's more action cards, we can do that.
Well,
and event cards as well.
Do you want to just start with how people fight each other? Like, since last time, right? We were sort of able to figure out movement and do stuff. Like, I don't think we need to start playing the game from the jump, right?
Okay, fair.
To do that, like, what if we set it up as if it were halfway through a game? Right.
Okay,
or a third of a way.
Let's do this. So, I mean, we should start it because it's always good to see how it starts, and then we can go. So let's say my first move is, all right, I'm character 1. Let's think about this. Most games have a rule as to who starts first.
Youngest.
There's youngest, and then there's funny things like who ate last, who last took a poop, who last like watched a horror movie, who last like thought of Christmas, or who last sung a Christmas song. Like, we should do it towards something like that. Like, that would be fun. Right?
I want ChatGPT to come up with that.
All right, so but we need to write this down. This is where your job comes in, Ryan.
Well, I should be taking notes.
You're scribe.
Okay. You want me to do it with a real pencil or a real pen, or type it in somewhere?
Real pen.
Okay.
This is your note taking. Okay, so first thing is I'm going to flip a card. I'm going to pick a random one. So because I can't get out of the room now, I have one 90-degree turn, right? So I'm going to 90-degree turn it. So the next step is I can flip another one.
Who last believed in Santa? Mike Azul says. He also had a good one. The hit point track should totally be a chain of Christmas lights.
Ooh, that would be sweet.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. And my brother had a good one. He was like, you got to name one of the enemies something GPT or something. Like it has to have a name that starts with G and P and T, so that we can give a shout out to ChatGPT in the cards.
This was good when I made this into like a Christmas light kind of thing. That was a good idea. All right. Okay, so look at this shit. I'm already got out, and I've been able to flip a couple of cards. So, all right, now I'm stuck. Got to this card. I can't flip anymore.
Yep.
So the first thing I got to do, go back to my rules, is I flip my cards, I move my characters, now I get an event card. So let's see what the first event card is. So we get a slide.
Oh, so we decided against slides, right?
So then let's if we're taking slides out, what would it be?
Extra rotate.
Okay, so we'll just do that for now.
I think we have an action card like that already, but
well, for this one we'll just do it. So let's do a 180. With that, yeah, let's do 180. So you have to do a, oh man, I almost put per whatever 180 percent sign
180%.
Yeah, 180%. So I can do 180, which would make it I have to turn this 180 all the way around. Because 90 is good, but 180 is good. All right, so I did that. Now that I get that, I can start flipping cards still. So now
you got to move forward.
I'm still stuck.
But now you're stuck again.
Okay, so I got my card. My event card's good. It goes in the back of the deck. Now I'm going to flip my action. You found a health pack. You get 10 points. I'm already at the top of my health. So
nothing.
I feel like 10 points on a 20 point scale is too much.
3 points.
Good idea. This is the tuning of the game. 3 points. Get 3 points back.
Yeah.
All right, I'm at the top of my health. I'm good to go. Action card goes back in. Man, I wish I had... I swear, I had your cards somewhere. I'm going to have to go find those in a second. All
cards?
Right. Next thing is, do I flee, fight, or collect anything? There's nothing to collect, so I could make the chance to go back if I want. So I'm going to go back. Because you can flee. So you essentially have one more move if you use flee. You can go all the way back on your path or go forward.
Yeah.
All right, I'm there. Next player, they go in there. So I'm going to use this player as the second player. So first thing is they're gonna make their decision. There's that. It's not working. I'm going to do a 90, which...
No, just rotate it clockwise.
Yeah, but you still get stuck.
Oh yeah, you would have to do it towards the other way.
So let me just ask you this. So like I could go on this path, right?
So yeah.
So I can go on this path, and then maybe I do this. So I'm gonna turn this one 90. You can flip this card.
Yeah.
So
Mike in the chat was like, maybe start at a lower number and get a buffer at the top of the health pool in order to exceed the starting health.
Ooh, so like maybe my health is like right there.
Right, it starts at like 15 or something.
Yeah, because then you can get more and less as you go through.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. That. Okay, so I'm gonna write that on the player action cards.
Tinykin, back to Tinykin.
Starty, what?
Oh, Kylie was talking about Tinykin. I don't think I played that.
Yeah, she was saying it was good. It was really fun and addicting.
Nice.
So starting health is what, like 10?
Do you want to do a halfway? I think 15.
Because
there's 20. Yeah. But you're only going to get a +3 health pack, even if you get that.
So if I started at 10, right? So I go at 10.
I imagine you're doing mostly losing, though. Health, right?
Yeah, but I mean, that's where you get an event card where you get the 3, so you can get back up. So
sure.
There's 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. So I got 3. 1, 2, 3. So I'm up. I'm gonna say 10 because it's in the middle for now.
Cool.
Okay, so I'm at starting health 10 on my other card. I get to that point. I'm stuck there. Let's see what my action is, right? Or is it event?
Because you rotated it already, right?
I did the rotate. I got stuck.
Yeah,
Lights
I was gonna say,
out.
Mike said starting health could be dependent on your character too.
Ooh, that'd be like a loadout essentially.
Yeah, like which character you're choosing.
Lights out. Okay, so lights out means you get your 2 dice. Basically, what?
It's basically Pikmin.
Is this what this is?
No. I think that's Tinykin.
Okay, so I roll 8 and 8. So that's literally 8 and 8 is like right here, right? 8 and 8.
Yeah.
So
it's the row though, right?
It's the row. So this one's already. So let me ask you this: dark. Does it lights out? So it's already lights out. So we're good.
Yeah.
There's no action.
Nope.
So essentially, if let's just pretend like let's say this was already on, this would lights out this row.
You would have to flip those back over. Yeah, because I like the idea because we liked, or last time we played, we liked the idea of it's like you're going through with a flashlight and revealing parts of the hallway that you're in, but then also that if the lights went out, right, that it would be like all of those would flip over, and now you would have to re-get them. And I think at some point we need to put like a sticker on 7 or 8 random ones of these where you're finding items and you're finding Santa, character cards, basically, like very specific. Because what I think is, when you're pulling out event cards, you can get a creature, right? But I think it would be also cool as if like you flipped over a card on the thing and it was like, bam, that's a creature right there in your face. It's like the jump scare.
You got to do the flip. I heard that was like a big deal, so I'm totally down with that.
Nice. So I think you should. So I think we've gotten far enough that we could have a monster on a creature on the board. Do you want to try to fight some kind of creature?
Yeah, I think we're good now. Turn this off. Okay, so let's just pretend this is our creature, right?
Yep.
And what would happen is, like, we had... Well, actually, we're in the midst of this turn. Let me just see what the next action would have been. Oh. It was
whatever. Pick one that says
fine.
Creature.
It's a creature gets added to the board. So how...
And then you roll.
You roll for the creature board. So 1/1, which would be in this room.
So I think you just got to put it... Because I think... Are those safe rooms where creatures can't go to?
I don't know yet.
Yeah. I guess we'll have to figure that out.
So if it's 1/1, what do you do? So do they step in the room?
No, I think they have to. If we're saying that those are safe rooms, they just have to go on some space outside of.
So we get to pick one of these spaces.
Yeah.
Let's just do this one randomly.
Okay.
Which you might not want to do that one, but I'm doing it anyway. All right, we got an enemy on a space.
See, and you can see how it's tough to like flip over the stuff, right? I feel like the board will have to be a solid
in
board
our
that
jank
has
ass game that we're starting.
yeah.
But
when it has an actual board, like I feel like it's like those Scrabble boards where it keeps the tile in the space.
by the way, I have extra cards, Ryan, so we could start adding things that we might expect,
Cool.
like a couple of cards if we want. Okay, so
Nice.
we got an enemy there. Let's continue with the game just a little bit, so because then I can like set up a fight. Because the action was an extra 90 degrees. Let's just pretend that's the one that I got, so I could flip this 90 degrees. Let's just pretend. I'm pretty sure that was not 90 degrees, but because we want to get into a fight. So I'm kind of flipping my way here. We're still next to him, but we're passing him.
Yeah, so you can't fight him because you're not even in the same hallway, right? You're like
in a different hallway. So I'm gonna
yeah. We're just fucking around. We got to get into a fight.
All right, so let's just say this is it. Now we're. Is it next to each other, or do you have?
You have to line of sight.
Line of sight.
I feel like line of sight. So he could be all the way down the hallway, but right now he's right next to you.
Okay, so we got to the point where flipping cards. We're basically saying we need to get in a fight with this guy. So we're gonna now have a fight. So here's the deal. So what we never picked was when the enemy went on the board, we have to randomly get an enemy here. We never knew which guy this was.
Oh yeah,
right?
what enemy is this?
And we'd have different 3D printed enemies that we would pull out, and then we would know what the card is. All right, here we're coming. Here's our enemy for the night. Xmas Light Snake.
Ooh, nice.
We got 5
Perfect.
for Xmas Light Snake.
Perfect.
And so we get to make some decisions on like a little bit of the history, what it might loot, and what its kind of like specials are if we want to decide that. Okay, so it is a 5. And we should be, let's see here, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
13, right?
Yeah. So we're on, they're on 13. That's what our health is. So at this point, we got to do a roll. And now it's the difference, right? Between the two?
Yeah, so
red is
them and white is us.
Okay. Ooh, 5-2. So we just took
5-2 against?
Against.
Ooh.
And it's 3 rolls.
So we took 3 hits of damage right there.
1, 2, 3. Oof.
Okay.
All right.
Now, is this just a fight to the death?
No, it's 3 rolls.
3 rolls. Okay.
So now it's 8-4. So we've basically taken off all but 1 point on them because we just hit 4 points because it's worth 5.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Now we have our 3rd roll. So this is going to be the 3-1. So we did not win. So we got 2 more health points take off. 1, 2. So we're down to here. 3
and
rolls.
He only has 1.
They have only 1, and so we have to somehow track that they still have 1 because they're still on the board with 1, right?
Right. Would that be I don't know. Something on them?
So like cuz I was thinking when you pull the card would sit over here, so we're going to need like 5 little dots on here probably. So I'm going to draw that 1 2 3 4 5. And then we would have some sort of like thing. I have a little thing, so it goes
do the same thing.
You do the same thing on their cards.
Yeah, so maybe that's like the bottom part of the card or something.
Yes.
Is all of their hit
good
points.
See, now we just learned something that has to be the bottom part of the card. Okay, so now the question is, and I'd love to hear from the chat, you're standing next to the freaking enemy, what happens next?
The enemy,
when you lose to the enemy, because we technically did not beat them.
It was like a draw almost, right?
Well, we didn't get killed, so we're still alive.
I think you flee.
So yeah, if you lose the thing, you have to flee all the way back.
Yep.
To the safe room.
And if you can't flee, then guess what? You're getting screwed over the next time because you're fighting that same thing again.
So you flee, and so my question is, do you get to flee all the way back, or can you pick where you stop?
Nope.
Maybe it's like every 290, so like 1, 2. I kind of feel like it would be nice if you could stop, because going all the way to the end and like forcing yourself all the way down the path seems kind of like too much.
Okay.
Because there's a little bit of autonomy, because like then you're always stuck in these safe rooms. Like it would be neat to be like, you know what? I'm going to just go like part of the way back. If you're cool with it, let's just try to do halfway this time and see how that goes.
Totally.
So you can pick. So there's like 190. Let's see here. That's the first 90, second 90. So it'd technically be here. So let's just say you can have 2 90-degree turns or something away from the enemy.
Just you could be like
wherever.
Yeah, you just move wherever on that.
You move wherever. So, but then the enemy, since they're still alive, based off of the rules, always moves one step closer to the enemy, to the nearest player.
Yep.
So in this case, though, they have to go down the path, though, right?
They do.
So, that's the only way.
Or they could go up or down.
Oh
from your.
Yeah,
because that would probably be closer to you.
So they would flip it, and because it matches, they don't have 90s though.
No.
So they got that.
They get 90s at the very beginning because they have to be able to move forward, right? Because if there's a blocked path in front of them, they need to be able to like move 90 and move forward 1.
Well, their thing is we rolled the dice just to where their spot is on the board. So whatever spot that is. Yeah. Okay. We're stuck. We're there. I think that up to this point it makes a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. We're trying to come and get this little part from this room. That's our objective. So now we're going back to our original character. So original character can go down the path. Let's see here. So if I go here,
Kylie was like, if you lose, you shouldn't have the right to control where you're fleeing. It's just like you're like, you're just running for your life.
Well, because you got beat down. It's like you got down to your last thing, and now you got to get out of there.
Okay,
right?
so let's play out. Let's play out just even for right now. What would have happened if you had died?
It's a good question. So okay, I'm here. We died.
You teleport back to the starting area, and you lose 2 turns.
You think that's the way we do it?
I don't know. Lose a turn? Like, it's almost like we don't want you to, and if you have anything on you, you lose it. Maybe. I don't know.
You lose it on that space.
Yeah, it gets dropped.
On that space.
Yeah.
Because I'm almost thinking, like, maybe you don't go back to the start, but you, like, respawn in the research lab. Because that's where the ancient Christmas magic happens.
Okay,
right?
I could see that.
How about that? Like, you get 1 respawn.
But I think you just have to be always respawning, right? Like,
okay, in this version, you don't have zombie version where you fight against the other person. Okay.
So, because I think you just have to keep going because there's no. You wouldn't want somebody to be like, well, I guess I'm out now.
Okay, we're gonna pretend we died. You get respawned in the research lab, or. Yeah, okay, research lab. Maybe what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna take the research. I don't know which one to do this. Because we have a med bay.
Oh yeah, we should. It should totally be in the.
You respawn to the med bay, which is up in the upper left hand corner. That's fine. Maybe that's where you respawn. Just for now. Okay. And
okay, let's say. All right, so I like that. You respawn in the med bay and you lose a turn. Let's say, just for sake of argument, for right now.
Okay.
Let's say you had beat him.
Okay.
What would happen then?
So then we'd still be down, and let's say we beat them. So now they go over here.
Yep, they're off the board.
Now the card, we get to figure out what we get.
Yeah.
So we get the loot.
And that would be based on like how hard they are to kill, like basically on their hit points, right?
Right. So this is one thing that I was gonna ask you. Is like, what do you get? Like, what are the parts of a helicopter or whatever we're going to do to escape? Like, so let's go to our North Star.
Yep.
We're solving a puzzle.
Yeah.
And so here's an ad hoc thought here. And we got to add our humans elements to this.
Totally.
Is that Christmas magic has put some sort of force field across the research facility. So you can't just fly out of there with a helicopter. You got to somehow deactivate the force field and then you can helicopter out.
Yeah, I could see it. Or, well, I mean, because I also don't want them to, part of this is it said we need to uncover the truth behind the facility and stop the spirit before it's too late. And then we want to prevent it from taking over the world. So I think kind of what it needs to do is you need to either be blowing it up or you need to be, fixing the reactor or whatever. Like you basically want to fix it and then get the hell out of there, right?
Oh, you just gave me an idea. Okay, we brought this up. Like this is Minesweeper in a way. What if you have to blow up all 4 of the rooms or something?
Yeah, I definitely think it should be...
You bring something to each room.
But I like the idea. Yeah, I love the idea of like getting stuff either from a room or from enemies or from just random events that you're getting or whatever we decide, and bringing those back to a place and having that be the thing that like triggers something. So once you have all 4 of them, then that saves the Christmas magic or whatever. And then you're allowed to all escape to the helicopter.
Okay, so we're going Labyrinth rules. We'll go back to that. Remember, in Labyrinth, you have to collect all the cards, and then you have to go back to the home base.
And then you have to go back to your home. But I think this is helicopter.
Yeah, so this one you go to helicopter. So maybe... and
like I think you should collect 4 pieces of something.
4 pieces of something. Well, maybe it's 4 pieces to explode the research facility. You have to get something in 4 rooms.
The only bad thing about that is you're like ruining Christmas at that point, right? Like, are you? I want the theme, to come through. Like, I want to sort of save Christmas in some way.
Well, so because of the force field, it's holding in Christmas, and the magic cannot now permeate the world and give all the young children their beautiful presents. And...
Nice. Maybe that's a ChatGPT thing. I feel like that's where it's perfect for, is coming up with the ridiculous storyline. Like that's not where ours. I mean, it's kind of part of our strong suit, but the ridiculousness comes from the AI.
Okay, I'm totally down with AI making this a thing. So, but let's say from a gameplay perspective, just strip away the theme for a second. Do we need to have them explode something? Or do we what is the objective before they can escape? What is the puzzle?
Yeah, so if the puzzle is just collecting things, right? Then because I think we can layer whatever lore we want on top of it, right? Is it you're collecting a certain amount of items and bringing them somewhere? Are you is it revealing where you need to run away to? Like maybe it's not the helicopter, because they say you're supposed to be, back to the North Star. You're supposed to be solving puzzles and uncovering clues.
Okay.
So I don't know if
flipping.
Oh, okay. So we got that. So we have that.
There was a chat. So Forbidden Island, another game. It sounded like you collected 4 things and you jetted away in a helicopter.
Nice.
Right? So, I mean,
already style biting that.
We're already
haven't played enough games.
We're hitting in the zeitgeist of games. Like we've already been here before. That's why ChatGPT gave us some of these.
That's
ideas.
probably true.
But
4 symbols of Christmas. Like I think that could be like, I don't know if it's. Because one, what would be fun to collect? Like we need a thing that could be like go in their back or whatever. Like it needs to be fun, something that would be interesting to like put together. Like what if it was like pieces of something, and then when you got it all together, it like made it into a box.
What if something super Christmassy? Like what are the like obviously there's a Christmas tree. Like is it like a special ornament? You like put the star pieces together to put on the top of the tree, and then.
I love this. It's well, see, and I feel like these are all ChatGPT things. Like I feel like we could teach those because what we don't have is the mechanics, right? Or what Chat can't give us is mechanics.
Okay, but so 4 things. We'll leave it there.
We'll just leave it there. You're collecting 4 things.
All right, so let's just for the hell of it, I'm gonna put random pieces of junk from my little table over here. This is a helicopter, whatever. Here's a fuel tank for the helicopter. And let's see here. I don't know. There's some other helicopter piece. And maybe one's in the room. Oh, wait, we already have this one over in the room over here. This is perfect. Okay. I think it would be cool where you had like your pieces, right? At the beginning of the game. Let's do it like this. So you have 4 pieces of your helicopter.
Yep.
And so what you got to do is you roll as to what areas. 6, 2. So 1, 2, 3.
No, because you can't know. You can't know
4,
where it is.
5, 6.
I feel like that's part of it.
1. Well, this makes it super. I mean, you're saying it would be under one of these pieces, and you just wouldn't know where it's at.
Yeah, there would just be like a red dot or a thing that says item or something, and then you would take it off the side of the board and put it onto that spot once it gets uncovered. Right?
Okay.
Ugly Christmas sweater. Nice. As one of the 4 things, as one of the 4 symbols of Christmas.
Yeah, that would even be better. Like, you have to put the sweater on, and then you have to put like the special like snow boots, and then you get your sled, and then
Nice.
and your mistletoe, and then you're ready to go.
Okay, keep talking about this. I got to do a bio break real quick.
Oh my goodness, Ryan and his bio bakes.
Yep.
Okay, so I think that if we're gonna go with this, we're gonna have to put something on randomly on some of these cards. So I'm gonna have to go over to our special board over here, and I'm gonna make. All right, what do we got? We got a couple more stickers here. What do we have the most of? I think we have these little L's. So what I'm gonna do is we're not gonna know what exactly we're gonna do, but I'm gonna pick some random pieces here, and I'm gonna cut it off. What was that? Oh, I'm going to do that. What the heck are you doing over there? Bathroom's upstairs, sir. All right, so I'm going to put one of these stickers here. So if it has this symbol on it, that means we've picked something up on the board. So if you can see something like that, that means that there's a special for at least right now. And so there's one. We're going to have to get 4 specials on this board. I'm going to put one over here just because we'll act like we already got one of them. And then we'll flip this into 2. I think this is going to be a good version of it because I like the idea that when you flip it, you're like, oh, I got one of the pieces. This is perfect. And then just randomly up over here. Let's put it on this one. I'm sure we're going to have to figure out which pieces it makes the most sense to have on it. I guess it really doesn't matter. Okay, so we got the pieces. We've already uncovered one of the pieces. So that means when the piece gets flipped, we'll put something on the board to say that we can pick it up. So I think what I'm going to have to ask Ryan in just a second is that, so let's say we did flip this piece, and actually I'm going to go a little different here. I'm going to take this piece since we haven't technically been on it yet, and I'm going to flip it over here. And we did the scenario where we fought the guy. So let's say, let's scenario, because we're not playing the full game yet. We're just trying to get scenarios done. You're going to fight this boss, and we really want to get to this piece, because if we could get to this piece, the first thing is we got to fight it to get the boss off of there. And then the second thing allows us to create it. So Ryan, perfect idea. I love that idea that you put it on the other side of the cards, because here's what I did. Randomly on this board, which you don't know right now, is on the underside of a lot of these cards, are 4 of them, have some kind of like indicator like this.
Yeah, cool.
I cut one of those off. So what we re-queued was, let's say the boss flipped this card, and you're like, oh,
I need him.
I want to get on there. So what would happen is, the second you flip this card, there would be 4 items, whatever the hell the items ChatGPT comes up with. And so I have 4 items off to the side right here. So we would just put it on that board.
On the card. And that's where it lives now.
Now it lives on that card in perpetuity until we can collect it.
And I don't think the monster gives a shit about it. Nope, I think the monster cares about going after you.
Exactly. 100%.
Yep. Cool. I feel like that's a cool idea. I feel like if you're going to collect 4 things, maybe 2 of them are on cards, or 2 of them are on tiles and 2 of them are on cards. Do you want to mix them up where you get those, or is it always tiles?
I think it's 4 things on cards, because it gives you like a little bit more availability to like find 4 things. And so like maybe 2 of them are fuel tanks, and then 2 of them are whatever the hell we call them, whatever ChatGPT does. But here was my thought. What if like, and we don't have a card set for this, is you would have a scenario card. And maybe there's like a couple of them. So when you flip it, you're like, oh, you have to get 3 fuel tanks and some other, whatever the third thing is. And so your scenario card is that maybe
at the very beginning or something, you would flip it over at the very beginning.
Let's say there was like 5 scenario cards.
And one is like,
you take one of the scenario cards, the rest of the scenario cards go back in the box. They're not used for the rest of the game. It basically every single time you have one of 5 scenarios. Sometime you have to collect the Christmas sweater and go get this, this, and this, or some other time you have to get these 4 items. And so essentially every time you play, you could play a different scenario. You're like, oh, this is the one with the 3 fuel tanks. It's going to be so hard because you got to make sure you fight the boss and you got to get those 2 cards flipped versus like the mistletoe one where it's easy because you got to go get it from a room or something like that.
The only bad thing is you can't have little tiny, or I guess you would just have to have a whole bunch of little tiny objects that you're being placed on there, because you can't have like 3 fuel tanks, but also a Christmas sweater. The 4 of them that go with Christmas sweater and 4 of them that go with fuel tank stuff or helicopter repair or whatever. So you would have to have a bunch of those.
Well, I mean, you could, like, let's say you flip this and it was just another fuel tank and you only needed 1 and you already got your fuel tank. You'd be like, oh, that's
exactly.
We already got it.
Totally.
So,
I could see that. Yeah.
So it's like every little thing would already have its stuff, but sometimes you just be like, that sucks. We already have that.
Yeah.
So yes, because we're 3D printing the shit out of this anyway. So
right, exactly. At some point, you're just like, who cares?
Okay, so in this case, let's just say we fought the boss, we killed the boss, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so now that you killed the boss, let's say we just killed him, and this is on this, you can't get it, right?
No, because that's the end of your turn.
Okay, but this guy, he can be like, sweet, you killed the boss, good job. So they go, woo.
My turn, my very first turn, right? What is your very first turn?
Either to move. So now you get your little ring.
Yeah, exactly. So then now he has the ring, and then then he would have to pull an event card, right?
So now so I got to the thing. I got the event card, which technically I can still flip another card right now, right? Because you can only go one direction on your first turn.
That's right.
So maybe I'm trying to get to the end. Can you ever carry 2 things?
No, I would say.
So write that down. You can never carry 2 things or something.
Yeah, that's good.
So I can still keep moving forward. I picked up this card, and now I'm going to keep moving forward. So I got my first one where I have to do a 90. So I'm going to pull my 90 off. So I can flip any other card. I want to try to get back, or maybe I'm trying to get to the helipad, right?
Or you're just trying to uncover stuff, because as soon as you end this run, you could just be like, and I'm going to flee back to the end.
Okay. But the thing is like, are we trying to take it back to this room, or are we trying to take it to the helipad?
I think each scenario has a different thing, right? If you're in the helipad scenario, you're taking everything and you're bringing it to the helipad. If you're in the Christmas magic, blow up the Christmas magic place, then now you're doing like this one.
I think every scenario ends in you getting to the helipad or escaping.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, you're absolutely right. Like sometimes you're gonna go take the explosives to the room. Sometimes you're gonna like go and do something to the health bay or whatever, like collect the pieces to create a tunnel to the helipad or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. So in this, let's just say this scenario is you have to take 4 pieces to the helipad. The 4 parts to the helipad. So in this case, we flipped up a thing. I can take that piece. I took it forward for 1. So when we say flee, does that mean you can stay in spot, or do you have to go all the way back?
You get to pick however far you want to run back down the hall,
so
right? Because we'd sort of established that you get to do whatever you want when you run back down. You could stop at some point, because you might want to stop, and then you'd be like, now next turn, I'm going to start moving and uncovering tiles in this direction.
Okay.
Right?
Totally. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. All right, I'm going to go... We haven't used this.
I wrote down fix the helipad, and I spelled it like hella, like HELLA.
Helipad.
The helipad.
Oh, that's so good. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna use other camera angles that we have here today, because I'm like that. Wait, there it is. Look at that. Look at this, Ryan.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
There you go.
Oh, we wanted you on there.
We need me like right above that.
There you go.
Okay. But still, I need like, it would be cool in the perfect world. Your CC camera would be right here, right?
Oh yeah. Okay, so we're on the board. We've got this part. My only other thing is I can flee or I can stick around, right? So maybe what I'm gonna do is, can 2 players occupy 1 space? Because this is where we're at right now. So let's say, because I just say I'm done with my turn. Could this guy come over here and say, yeah, I'm going to continue this turn. Come over here.
Grab it.
And grab it
run.
and keep going?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
So I'm going to just say I'm not fleeing. Because maybe you do want to flee. Because maybe what you want to do is like, you're like, I want to like start uncovering some stuff over here. You go get this and take it to the helipad. So just for this scenario, let's say I go all the way back over here. Because that's what I want to do. Okay. We're there. Next turn. So I am going to flip a path tile, which means that I gotta come up to here, and I could actually flip this one.
Yep.
Uh-oh, we got something else.
Got an item. Okay, you get to rotate one.
So I'm gonna do the rotate.
But you still can't get it because you would also have to rotate where you're at.
Right, but the item still comes on the board.
Item still comes on the board. Yep.
Okay, and so in this
and do we know what item that is, or is it just a random one?
No, you would tell us.
But it couldn't tell you if they're different scenarios, right? So it would have to say like item 1 or something, or like one item, because it could be a helicopter piece, right? Or it could be a piece to fix Christmas magic, depending on the scenario.
I don't know if everyone's following this, but like there's so many little rules are coming. No, maybe it sounds like it makes sense. What if your items are like, because we already have cards that we were like pulling from it. You could pull like 4 item cards. Like let's say you just had a deck of 4 item cards, and you would know what those 4 want. Like I think this just should probably be consistent, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Is it, what pieces are you putting on? Because those are the pieces that you're collecting and bringing back to somewhere. And so if that's bring it back to the helipad.
Yeah, it's something makes me think that like you would just bake in whatever the piece should be.
Cool. On
there, or you could even do it Scrabble style and put like all the pieces into a bag, and then you just like when you flip a card, you just pull a piece out and you drop it on the thing.
Well, because I think if it's the same thing, because I want the pieces to be cool, right? Like part of it is like each one of those pieces. When I'm on the helipad one, they should look like awesome pieces of a helicopter that you put together when you're done, right? Like that's what would be cool to me.
So I made my move. I did my 90. Now I get my event. Lights out. Roll for row. All right. Let's see where lights out. 1. Is it? Wait, it goes down 1.
Yeah, I don't know. We'd have to label those.
1, 2, 3. It would actually be this row.
Oh man, that row.
It would be that row. Or no, that's a column. So yeah, because which one goes first?
I don't know. We would have to.
Maybe red is. You're always first.
Yeah.
As white, and then 3 is there. So you just say stay row 1, 1, 2, 3. So it would be this row.
Okay.
So this gets flipped.
Yeah.
And that event card goes to the bottom, and then let's see what our action is. Add 190-degree turn to your next turn, so we get that for next turn.
Yeah.
Okay, we're done. All right, next guy goes, and they're like, all right, let's get to this damn helipad. You get your little part. You're like, sweet, I'm going to turn this 90, which would be, I guess you'd turn it this way, because you try to, like, make your way out of here. You flip this one. Oh no, we're going away from the helipad. Oh shoot.
Nice. I love that. See, that's the like screw you of this game.
Oh. Like this is gonna just like get you stuck.
Dead end us.
Oh my god. I could still flip a bunch. Okay, so we're dead ended. So basically this guy can go all the way back here and you're stuck. So see, this is where I like that you could choose where you could stop. Because I think you should be able to go here, right? Or like here. And then
do you have to go to?
I don't think you do. So he takes this little part with him.
Yep.
Okay. Event. Enemy. Add to board.
Anywhere.
Okay. It's kind of like, why would you? So you want to put him the furthest away that you could possibly do.
But you also know, like, is that where the next place that we're gonna have to get stuff from or something?
Where do you think? Right here? I'm gonna put him up there because it's kind of far away. Flip the card. They're at the top. So enemies up there. Let's see what our action is. Broke your ankle. Ah. Now we're stuck with our helicopter pad piece here. So this guy gets
See,
2
that's
turns.
cool. See, so like, and that's cool because now you're one guy who had that. So you could run and grab it from him.
Yeah. All right. So we get 2 90s because our other guy gets 2 90s this turn.
Yeah.
Because we got the extra 90 turn. So what we can do is I'm going to go over here, grab the helipad. So if you get 2 90s, I'm going to do my first 90. 1. I'm going to flip this. Uh-oh.
And your second one. And now you get your second turn.
But I don't get into the...
Oh, that's right. Broke your ankle because you tripped over a pile of wrapped gifts. I like that. Yeah, see, those are like the fun. That'll definitely be the fun flavor.
I am gonna. You know what though? This is about chat. This is about Chat GPT. I'm gonna put that.
Yeah, right.
That's one of.
It's got to be on the. It's got to be on there.
Who said that?
Mike.
Okay, Mike, you just got that in the game.
Mike Azul.
Tripped on a pile of gifts. That's great. Okay, so here's the deal: is now we're back to the action, right? So we need to get more freaking actions on this board.
Well, it's almost like you would have to dial this in with how many enemies, right? Because the more enemies there are on the board, the more fun it is because you're constantly then kind of trying to stay away from being in their sight line.
We got a health pack of 3, and we should probably have because I don't know if that's an action, like health pack of 3 or not.
Yeah.
All right, we have some extra cards. We should think of another action, chat. If you have another action that should happen, let us know right now. We're writing it on the board. Tripped on some presents. Okay, so what's happened is our action was we got 3 health points. We're done with our turn. Now you redo the turn because you broke your ankle because you tripped on a pile of gifts. So that action goes back in there, and it's back to the second player. So they get their whole thing again. So they're going to take their piece. And this time they can go do their 90.
We definitely have to have it with the guys. We have to be able to have a thing where it shoves it into the back of their
totally.
Like whatever the pieces are need to have a place where you're and it has a hook or it has a whatever so that you always so you always just hook it over their backpack. Yeah. Oh man, that would be pimp.
All right.
Straight over the side.
We got our first piece in the helipad.
Nice.
And we got 3 more pieces to get there.
Perfect.
I'm loving this right now. This is fun.
Yeah.
I'm actually having fun with
totally.
this. I don't
know. This is how I felt last time. This is
oh my god. It's it's so close to being really good. God, I can't believe it.
Kylie had stepped on a Lego.
Yeah.
Okay.
God, that would be a terrible. You would die after you step on a Lego.
That's a one hit. Okay. So now we're there.
Okay,
our turn ended, so the enemy gets to move.
Technically, we still have an action because we had the 90s. So now the action would be what? You get another freaking 90 for that guy. Okay.
We just need more of those things.
We need some more action. Let's write another action right now because this is we only have 3 action cards. So what's something else that we would be able to do?
Is it just so an action is just something that happens? So right,
according to it's like a fight, a flee, or a collect.
No, but that's
an event you can collect something, or an action you can collect something. I think the action is you can collect.
No, because
an item.
No, because wasn't number 3 you could either fight, flee, collect something, or do your action? Is that how it is, or is it you pull the action card?
No, the category is action, and then within the category it's fight, flee, or collect.
But then where does you pull an action card? Where does that?
That's the last thing you do.
So and then on top of that you can also fight. So I can pull an action card, do the action, and then also fight.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Because I think what it should be is this action thing. You either haul ass, get the hell out of there. You fight a thing. You collect some. Oh, so we had collect. So instead of just randomly picking it up, you have to use an action to collect it. So I don't know if we want that. Maybe that's too far. Maybe it's more fun to just be picking it up off the ground.
No, I like that. No, I think what you're just saying is that when you get to the action, you could fight, you could flee, or you pull an action card.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
And then it could
because
be good
sometimes
or
you don't want to fight, or sometimes you can't fight because there's no one around you. Sometimes you can't collect anything, and why would you want to flee? So then you would be like, well, now I'll do an action.
Okay, yeah. So broke ankle, action, found a health pack. Let's think of another action. What else would happen? I would say like we could do lose 3, like lose 2 health or something like that. I'm gonna just throw that one there. Lose 2 health. And why would you lose 2 health?
I mean, this will be a chat thing, or a GPT thing, but like, cut yourself on broken ornaments.
Cutting self. Okay, see, this is where we're using the human brain part of this. Cutting self on ornaments. All right, yeah, no, that makes way more sense that you pick the action. Okay. Another action? Anybody got another action out there? Another action. You can get on our game right now if you give us an action.
Radio for help to let you look at one tile but not flip it.
Ooh. So you can pick
from my Azul. Like Azul.
All right, so that could be any.
Yeah, you get to look at it, but you don't get to actually flip it over.
Can look at I'm writing it here. Can look at any tile but not flip.
Yeah. So then you'd be like, is it right there? Do we need to go all the way over to get that one in the corner? You could look at it and be like, nope, it doesn't have the, because really the whole point of this is you're looking for those, hidden tile, like that have the pieces in them.
That's good. Because then you get to be like, oh yeah, I know I want to go over here. Like trying to find those pieces. That's a great one.
Good.
All right. So we're at to the point where this guy has now. So if you have other actions, throw it in the chat. We're gonna go with it. We're gonna just put as many actions and event cards too. If you have any other events you think about. Okay. So now we're back to this guy, right?
Ooh. Kylea had one. Looking at a card and shuffling it into the pile. Like you could look at like an enemy card or something to know which enemies are coming.
So okay, let's make a decision. Which deck? Event, action, or enemy that you can look at? Or is it any?
I was like trying to think what would be interesting to look at.
Look at the next enemy, shuffle back in pile.
But shuffling it back in the pile, then you're just like, well, now it's wherever.
Or you just put like, look at enemy, put it at the bottom of the deck. Or look at the top 2 enemies, pick which one you'd rather fight.
Like next time you get to pick the enemy or something.
Yeah, you can pick the top 2 and pick which one you want to fight. So it's like it could be beneficial in a way. I like that.
And these are the fun, like, where we just brainstorm a million of them, right? And then you dial it in again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this
is like the free brainstorm. Like we got to go wide before we go narrow in that sense.
So which one do we want to do? We want to look at what kind? Like you got to pick enemy cards.
Ooh, Azul in the chat was like, they get to pick. Like you pick one, you get to see what you pick one card to look at, whatever the next one is.
Out of events, action, or
okay, look at the top 2 of the deck, keep one and put the other at the bottom of the deck.
Okay, so but which deck?
Oh, I see. Do they get to pick, or is it just because why would you
enemy.
choose enemy?
Because you want to make sure you're fighting the next enemy comes on the board has a lower score, and so you'd want to fight the lower enemy that comes on.
Okay. And again, I feel like these are all just be like, whatever, we throw things at the wall and see which ones of those are fun and which ones aren't, right?
Right, I'm writing it on here. This is our next action. So look at top 2 enemy.
Can we just try a scenario?
Yeah.
Try putting like 4 enemies on the board.
Sure.
And
we need some enemies. In that little bucket over there, there, like pick random whatever enemies. No, it's the one that's like right behind your LaCroix.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, they gotta be tiny though, right?
Oh, there's some corks over there too if you want in the other.
There's not many small things.
See those corks? Right there. Pick those.
These are still pretty big. But...
They're tile sized though. Okay, these are enemies. We got some corks.
Do you need anything else?
Enemy. I think that's good.
Here's a good one.
A cork and a random
screw. I almost fell over.
That would have been perfect for the stream.
It's my viral moment falling on my face.
Okay, so we're gonna look at the top 2 enemies. We're gonna pick one, and then one.
Somebody clip that.
To bottom. Was it when you were getting on that chair?
Yeah, because it's too.
just enough.
The corks look like top hats for snowman. They do.
Here's my tin cup. Jesus.
Tin cup.
A whiskey drinker. Okay, so we got multiple enemies on the board.
Yeah.
Okay, getting back to game. We got this into the helicopter room. We've done our action. Everything's done with that character. What happens next? All enemies get to the closest next player. So this enemy should go here, right?
Well, so every one of them should have the place that they're sitting on flipped over.
And yes, there's that. And all of them should have an enemy card out. So,
yeah. Okay, let's choose a bunch of enemy cards.
Oh shit, we got Evil Santa for this one.
Damn.
This is oh man, and Killer Krampus for this one.
Jesus.
Robotic Mrs. Claus.
Okay.
And we're fighting zombie elves.
It's a motley crew.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
These are like top tier guys.
So it's 3, 5, 5, and 10 is what you're fighting.
Okay.
So this one would have been it would have already been flipped if they were on the board here.
Yep, it would have already been in.
And so if they're getting closest, I guess the closest is this guy in this room, so they'd come this direction, or they'd flip this card, and yep, they can move that direction.
And that's it.
This one card? Or is it all enemies go towards you?
All enemies.
Okay, so then this one would come this direction. Yep. So
he's uncovering stuff.
He'd uncover it, but if he can't move, well, he can now.
He can,
so
and he moves one.
This one has to move what direction? I guess to the left. I guess the left or down. It doesn't matter.
God, it's good. Good chat comment. You need some serious Christmas spirit to defeat this crew. It's good.
Oh.
It's going with the vibe. It's going with the vibe. The posy vibes of this game.
Hell yeah. All right, we're going to get this. Oh, shit. Oh, and we got another part out. Nice. Okay. So now it's this guy's turn. Everyone's like coming towards this guy.
Yeah.
He's got to get the hell. That's why Flee is so good, because you got to get out of there. So they're not okay.
So it might make it too easy. So we'll have to see if like balancing, because right now it feels like too easy.
Maybe, but you got to flip cards and stuff. Remember?
Yeah, that's true.
Because like right now, what the hell would you want to do? So I'm gonna do this. This is my move. I'm gonna fight this enemy right here. We're going to fight the zombie elves.
All right.
So I'm going to do my 90. Going to get line of sight.
Okay.
I get my event card. Pull enemy card and place 2 tiles from player.
Boom.
Bam. All right.
Now
we are so screwed right now.
This is getting real.
Inca gingerbread, man.
Oh, man.
Damn it, dude.
Do you need another? Do I need to get a thing?
Yeah, you probably do. Just don't fall off your chair this time.
I'm not even going to get off the chair.
Probably a good move on your part.
Yeah. Okay, what about this tiny thing?
All right. Tiny thing.
2
things away from the character. So 1, 2.
Yeah, wherever we think would be the least beneficial for the guy way over there. Right?
I think I'm gonna put him over here.
Because we're trying to get to the helicopter, right?
1,
so we don't want to put him in between.
Is it 1,
us.
2 diagonal too? Do you think?
I think.
Okay, I'm gonna put him there.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So that sucks.
Yeah.
Now my action. Do I fight? Do I flee? Do I click? I want to fight.
You're fighting.
See if we can get this guy off the board. Shit.
Nope.
3-1. So I lose 2. 1, 2. I'm almost dead. This is gonna be great. Get 3 rolls.
Who is this?
This is zombie elf. So I have to get 3.
Okay.
I just died. I am.
Those zombie elves swarmed your ass.
Okay, so this is great. This is what we wanted to see.
Yeah.
Now I'm dead. Where do I go?
So you're transported back to the sick bay.
Health bay. Okay.
Sick bay. And you're given 10 points of health back.
Okay.
And you miss 2 turns.
Is that what it is? You missed 2 turns?
I think. I don't know. Like, that sort of feels like it has to punish you somehow, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like you get like you
got grinched.
Oh shit, this is good.
All right.
Okay.
So I mean, because I don't know, because you don't have anything on you, right? So you couldn't take things away.
Like you could take a 90-degree turn away or something.
But you have to have a 90-degree turn to even move, right?
No, because you could flip a card and a 90-degree.
I mean, you could might be hard to track losing turns. That's true. I mean, you could take one of the items from that you've already secured and throw it back into the world or something. I mean, that seems pretty punitive.
I'm thinking that, okay, you respawn in sick bay and that's it. And you know what so maybe what we'll do right now is let's just make it simple, because that's what we're trying to do to get you just respawn in sick bay for now.
Maybe you lose 1 turn. I feel like you have to lose with something. Maybe it's just 1 turn at this point. Because you could track that, right? You could be like, I just don't get to do my next turn. Maybe.
Yeah. I guess you could do that. It just seems like too punitive, though. Because you got already thrown.
Because it could almost be beneficial to get killed and put back there, right? Because now look at all the places you get to uncover.
Yeah, that's true. All right, let's just pretend you lose your turn then. Let's see. Let's play that out. Let's play your scenario. Instead of debating it, let's see where it goes. So
right here.
So we're back to this guy.
Okay.
So we're like, you just killed my friend, you punk ass. So I'm gonna go all the way here.
No, wait. Wouldn't you? I would go up 1 and try to get that piece and just run it back real quick. Cause see the piece above you?
I see it. So okay, I'll flip that. Flip a coin. Flip a thing. Shit.
Oh, that sucks. Okay.
So.
And now you get to flip 1, and now you get to 90-degree rotate something.
So let's just say I 90-degreed this.
Yeah.
Like there. I'm stuck. I'm there. That's it. That's all I got.
That's all you got.
So because I 90-degreed it, I don't have to go this direction.
You don't have to go that way.
So I'm gonna say, all right, screw it. I'm gonna fight my guy now.
Okay.
He only has 1 hit point, because I think what we decided is on these cards, he would have 3 little dots at the bottom.
Yeah.
So his little thing would say, and we'd have to, you could probably make these cards with a 3D printed like little counter.
Yeah.
And so.
Oh, that would be cool.
So he has one hit point left. All right.
Yeah, a counter, like or just like a thing that you like slide across to show where it is.
Damn it!
Start rolling better, for God's sakes.
I have to have like a card for this other guy. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3. All right. We still got 3 rolls though. Yeah. He's dead.
Oh, finally.
So when you're dead as an enemy, you are off the board. You've killed the zombies. They are no longer part of this game.
Totally.
So now they have been completely eradicated from the board. Perfect.
And they would likely have some kind of loot, right?
Yeah, and so I think that's okay. So you got a lower level enemy. So when you kill him, maybe you regain some health or something, right?
Yeah.
So like regain 2 points or something.
Totally. Plus 2 health.
All right, I'm gonna put that plus 2 health, and then what else would you get? Maybe that's it, because he's a low level enemy.
Yeah.
You just get two health. So we go. Oh, that was this guy. 1, 2. Good. We recouped our health. Zombie. I was, just as a side note, I think like once you get to a certain amount of enemies, at least how this board seems, that like maybe you can only have up to 5 enemies. So anytime a new enemy comes up board, like now that
I love I want there to be 11 on there at one point
God.
and just swarming you. How amazing would that be?
Okay.
I mean, maybe,
we'll
again, it would have to, but I feel like we have a good sort of set of stuff that we can like expand out or shrink down depending on what's fun.
So we're good on that enemy. Now it's what? My last act. Oh, we already fought. We're done.
That was it. You're done.
This guy, if you're going to go with what you just said, lost his turn.
He's done.
So we got to go again.
Back to him.
Oh, whoa, wait. One last thing is all the enemies have to progress.
Oh, that's right.
So if they get to flip, do they? Oh, no, they never get to flip. They don't get 90s.
They get 190 because they need to be able to move.
They don't have to move. If they get stuck.
No, because I think...
So he comes closer.
A cacophony of Chris's villains.
Yeah. I don't think we said no 90s for those guys.
No, because how would they ever move then? They would never be able to move.
Okay, fine.
Right? Okay. They have to be able to, they do 190-degree turn and they move once.
Okay, let's do it this way. They get 190-degree turn. Is it always counterclockwise or clockwise? Or
no,
something? Because
you got to be able to make them move, right? Because I feel like we're having a hard time. I haven't seen an enemy get anywhere close to a human without us like setting it up, right? I feel like we almost might need to give them like 2 moves or something.
No. Because the idea is that you do want to navigate around them. It is kind of creepy that they're getting there, but you got to have some level of movement.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it's because that's another thing to just dial in, right? How?
Yeah. All right, we're good though. So they're closing in. I want to get to this part.
Yeah.
I have another turn.
Okay.
So I'm still screwed. I have to fight almost. So I'm gonna flip this guy.
Right. Yeah, because you could go up.
Because I could do my 90. Let me get my event, which is... Oh, I got an 180. Is it on this turn or the next? I think it's probably next turn.
Next turn.
And why would we get a 180? Wait, is it 180? Yeah, it would be 180. Next 180 because you got kissed by the mistletoe.
Kiss a research scientist under the mistletoe.
Oh, all right. I forgot.
Those will be fun cards to like come up with images for too.
Hell yeah.
Right?
Okay, so we got our flip. I'm going to go here. We're in battle. We're in battle again. Who are we fighting this time? Okay, that one was Miss Claus. It's not Inca. So it's 5. We have to get a 5. Ooh, we got 1 off of them.
Okay.
So Miss Claus, hold on, let me put the 5 little dots just so we can track.
I can barely see it. We got 8 and they got 7.
Yeah. So yeah, we got 8. They got 7.
Okay.
So we take theirs. We have 3 shots to try to get him down.
Yeah.
3-2, so they take us down 1, which is this guy here.
All right. Last one, big shot on Santa, big shot on Miss Claus.
5-1. Shit.
She hammered you.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh.
Yeah, you're going down. Okay, and that's it. You're stuck. Right?
Then you flee backwards, right?
So yeah, because when you lose, what happens? Like maybe you have to flee 3 spots or something.
No, you just you flee backwards as much as you want, as much as you're able to.
Able to or want to?
And either one.
Okay.
So you could
flee back in
be
there. Okay. Now we're back to our guy up top.
Okay, he's back in. He should probably be uncovering
because I
stuff,
lost
right?
though. Because I lost the battle, he loses a turn, right?
No, I don't think so.
I didn't die though.
No, okay. and if that's the end of your turn, all those enemies got to move.
Oh shit.
and rotate it, yeah.
So this one will go here. But he can't go into the room, so he'll be stuck.
Yeah.
Like is he stuck there?
No, because he could go up.
You can't rotate the one you're on. Cuz it's a turn.
Cuz what happened? He was here.
He 90'd this one and then he got stuck.
And that's it. So he 90'd once and now he's there and that's it for his turn.
And but the next turn, let's say you're here, how does he get closer?
He could 90-degree that one to go up, right?
Which one?
The one he's on.
You're going. Oh, you can do the one you're on.
Okay, yeah, I think so.
Enough. Okay, so this guy, He's gonna go. Maybe we just say it's like you go one closer, taking the path is what we're trying to do here. So he has to go here because you can't go the other way.
I think he would rotate it to start going the other way, right?
Okay, you're on your path. Rotate it. You're here.
And now he's there. Yeah.
All right. Now to this guy, right?
Yep.
All right, you got your turn back. Okay, I'm gonna go for this one.
Totally. Like the monsters have sort of moved away.
Now you could say like because now they move this way. At what point do they start to move towards him?
Yeah, I think it's I mean,
because they're
you
closer
would have
to him.
Yeah,
So
I think it's
these
who's ever they're closer to.
Okay.
Right.
So we got off on a path. That's good. So let me flip this one because I really want to get to that piece. Oh, we got a nice little turn piece. Shit.
So you're done. You're done moving.
I haven't done a 90.
Yeah, you did. You did it in the first one, didn't you?
Nope. I just flipped that and that actually worked.
Oh, but then you couldn't flip the second one because you don't have a path towards it.
Oh shit, you're right.
You can't flip that one yet.
I just peeked at it and I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that.
So now rotate the one you're on so you can go forward.
So you can flip the one you're on?
I think, right? Because you have to be able to do that in order to move, can't you?
All right, we'll just give it a try.
Give it a try.
You can flip one on now. I can turn this one.
Typically in games, you can keep action cards to use on future turns. Might be an interesting way to help players address these types of insurmountable odds. Yeah. Yeah, so some of those cards you like the I can use the 180-degree turn.
Yeah, that's actually a good thing.
You should be able to like keep that and be like, I'm going to play that right when I need it.
So write that on the thing is that you can only keep up to what, 2 or 3 action cards at any given time. Like you can't just collect all the action cards. You have to have a cap on how many you burn.
Well, but I mean, they would be labeled. Most of them wouldn't be ones you would keep, right? Like most of them. Well, I mean,
you have to give it a threshold, though.
Yeah. Okay.
And technically, I did actually have an action in the bank for that guy of a 90, so I have one more 90.
Oh, right.
Because I had it up here. I was on the save. So, shit.
Yeah, it sucks. Those elbow cards are the worst. So you're just gonna have to 90 that, right? And then
I think I'm
wait
done
for your next turn.
So maybe I don't do it. I'm not gonna use my 90. I'm gonna keep it.
Okay.
Now I can flee because that's all I really get to do, right?
You would
I could take an action.
You would do an action.
I want to take an action.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I never did an event though. Lights out. And it says die roll and then.
And the number is the number of tiles around you to unlight.
Wait, 1 die roll.
So roll 1 die.
Did I lose my dice? Where are they? Oh, here they are. Oh, here, 1 die. So you got to use your die. Oh shit! Of course it's 6.
So now everywhere around you. Close out to do 6.
So then I wonder if you have to like spin it or like maybe you take them and then you
you could kind of like know. It would help you because you could remember it, right? Like
sure.
Yeah, you know.
I love the idea that lights out can happen. That makes this game fun because then now you have to do the flip.
And then you don't remember what was there. You're like, was that a T or was that a elbow?
Hell yeah! There we go. Lights out. We're done on the event, and now I could flee, but I don't really have ability to do that. I have to do an action. Found a health pack.
What happens if the tile a player is on goes lights out? I say no because you always have a flashlight to see where you're at.
Yeah, you're always like where you're at.
Where you're at, and creatures too. Like you always know.
All right, so this creature, he's gonna get closer here.
Oh man.
This one's gonna take they're coming in. They're coming in for the kill. So if you have multiple creatures around her, I wonder if you can fight all of them at once.
You would have to.
So that would be cool.
See, that's where you need item cards, right? So then when you fight them, you're like, if we're fighting, I'm throwing down this one card. So like an action card, couldn't it be like, I'm going to buff myself 5 for this
for this round.
fight or something, or
well,
I'm gonna do +2 action points. So whatever I roll, it adds 2 to it.
These guys right now are trying to get this guy. So,
wait. Write an action card. Write an action card real quick.
Yeah. What am I doing?
So put action.
Okay. You probably need some event cards just as an FYI.
Yeah.
I have 2 more. Those will be for event action. What's the action?
Okay. So do action and say like, add +3 hit points to my next roll.
Ooh, I like that.
And then when you fight the next person, you're like, I got this, man. I got this 1 +3 card. Well, I'm going after Santa.
Got it. Okay.
And that's one you would keep yourself.
I'll put that one in the deck. Well, since we're doing role play, I'm going to pretend I have it.
Sure.
Okay. Cool. So that's this player here. And that's this player here. Okay. So next roll is this guy. They get to move. I'm going to go in for the kill. Let's get my event. Roll for lights out. Let's do that. 8 to 5. So you go. Do you go this way first, or
I can never remember what.
So
any of the,
I think
which
what we
ones
do
are.
is like the 8 is the we always will start with our character, so it's 5. So 5 will always be the column, and then this 8 will be the row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right?
Yeah.
Oh wait. No wait, that wouldn't make sense. 8 you have to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, that doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this row.
Yeah, because it's the row.
Would black out.
Yep. But it's only 2 because monsters are on 2 of them.
Or it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it's this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
just one. Okay. All right. So now I'm to the point where.
And I like the idea of having to try to remember what the hell was there. You're like,
you're never gonna remember that. So now I'm back down to I'm to the my next thought, right? So what is it? It's fight, flee, or collect. I'm gonna fight him.
I don't think we should have collect. I think collect, you should just grab it as you go past it, so you can hand it off to people.
No, remember
and
collect
stuff.
is you get an action, right?
No, I thought action was just action, right? You pull an action card. I don't know. I thought collect. We had said, I think we had said at one point, you would have to use an action to collect the thing on the floor.
Okay, that might be just jot that as a note so we don't forget it. That like you don't need a collect on your actions to fight or flee. All right, here we go. 3 to 4. So I hit 1 point on who are we fighting? I forgot to see. I think we're fighting we're fighting Inca Gingerbread Man. Nice. So that's fine though. We took 1 hit point off Inca. They have 9, by the way.
Okay.
Okay. It's going to be a beast to fight Inca. Like, some of these guys are going to stick around for a minute.
Yeah.
All right, let's go see what we get next. 2 to 1. So we still got another one on him.
Okay.
We're still in.
We're hacking away.
Slashing him and eating him. Yes.
Oh man, 7.
Yeah, we got 7 on him. So
dang.
I think that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he's down.
Dude, man,
Inca.
big hit.
That was so
big
good.
Hit.
Inca is down. Hell yeah.
Dang. That's that's the luck of the roll, right?
Yeah, we were just like hungry, ate the hell out of that.
We ate him.
So then I had with my character here, I still had a 180, but I don't know when I could use that event. Maybe you can use it anytime during your event. Because I did the fight though. That was it. My turn's done. I fought him. Yep. Everything's done.
Move all enemies.
Yeah, so it's like it doesn't matter which way he can do it. He can go this way. We're going to have to find that enemy move. Maybe put a little star and a bullet point that says, like, what are the rules for enemy moves? That's what we need to figure out.
Okay.
Because I feel like this is, like, when I'm playing this right now, it feels really janky with enemy moves.
Okay.
All right. So this guy's closer. So he would flip one. And you're saying that he can do a 90. So if that's true, he would be automatically in tune, like, with that guy. And then this one would flip too. Shoot. And if he gets a 90, yeah, that seems like way too much flippy, but we'll see.
One rotate. You get one 90-degree rotate, and you get one move.
So you just set this guy up. This is who we're fighting next. So his event, he gets to move one. So he might be like, screw this. I want to get the hell out of here. And so he wants this item.
Yeah.
So I'm going to flip the item. Oh, shit. I can't. Well, I mean, I guess I could. But
oh, you could burn. You could burn a. Do you have a card to burn?
I don't. I have a 3 on this guy. I only have a 3 hit point.
Oh, okay.
So I can do a flip there. So I'm stuck.
That's it.
I'm stuck.
You're done. You're fighting that monster.
Well,
because he's on the thing
right there. You
have to fight him because he has line of sight, right?
And technically, yeah, it's Killer Krampus, and he's a 5. You got Killer Krampus. Oh, you know what we never did is what was Inca Gingerbread Man?
Yeah, what did he give you?
Yeah, what was his?
Yeah,
his
I feel like that's what we're gonna have to figure out because I feel like this is working though. Like I like you're having to do a lot of fighting and a lot of fleeing, which feels like what you would be like inside of a research facility in the Arctic.
So I think if you kill a big one, yeah, no, I'm 100% behind you. So you get your health points. Maybe you get some health from the guy.
Yeah, but it's always health.
But if you get like a bigger guy, you get a second thing.
Like, you get a second thing. So I think like maybe even Killer like Santa and I don't know, somebody else. Like I feel like you should get an item.
Okay.
Like you should get an item that helps you get the hell out of there if you beat.
We'll just say it's undetermined at this point.
Undetermined what you get.
So we are fighting this. We're fighting Killer Krampus, right?
What if you did one? A fun one could be the enemies don't move for one turn, right, or something. Like you get like they're frozen.
Enemy stasis. Enemies frozen.
Yeah, that could be an action card that you could pull too.
That could be. Oh, do you know what? That's an event.
Oh, it could be an event.
We needed to do an event.
What have been the events right now?
What do we have in events?
Everybody freeze. Yeah, we need the
freeze. It's like
Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze quotes.
Lights out, pull enemy, and pull enemy. That's all we have is lights out and pull enemy.
Lights out and pull enemy.
We need event. Yeah, so it's like event is what?
Enemy freeze.
Enemy freeze in place
for one turn.
For 5 turns. Just kidding.
Oh man, it's coming up on 11 too. So
how much time we got?
7 minutes.
All right, that's good because we're near the end of what we're trying to get today. All right, so let's do the last fight, and we'll do.
Because I want to get this piece.
Got 3-3, so it's a draw.
It was like they crashed hands together.
5-1.
5-1.
Oh snap! So he has 5 little bucks. 1, 2, 3. 4,
Ooh, we already
5.
took him down to 4.
He's down to
1.
He's down to 1 hit point. All right, then last draw.
Last draw.
Shit.
Oh man,
he totally tore us off.
He came back big.
And killed us.
Oh god. He was like, "What is happening?"
Whoa, wait. I have a
No, you had to use that before you rolled.
Okay, I'm dead. I'm back. He's still good.
Oh man.
All right.
Too bad. Maybe that's a good place to end it.
I think
that's dying.
That's a great place to end it. So
I feel like that, like we get enough action cards, we get enough event cards, right? Like we fine tune how many monsters, are on the field at one time. I just feel like that could be fun.
I don't know. What do you think? Thanks for checking this out. Oh yeah, sorry. Good, thank you, Ryan.
I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I could hear myself in the back mic, but no, that was fun. I think that is.
It was good, right?
It was even more fun than last time.
Yeah.
We got the board together,
right? Because it was sort of like both sides of it. Because before all we were doing was moving, but we couldn't really fight anything. We didn't know yet.
All of this came from AI.
Yeah.
If you think about this, like it's all started from the
chat, and it was like it's been a good.
That is true. Like so AI started this, and now we're to the point where we actually have a fun, usable game up to this point.
So what do you think the next what do you think next steps are, for.
So we gotta define some of these rules. So I think by next time, yeah, this is a great point. We gotta have some actions. So number one is like.
What are the takeaways? What are the action items from this?
For one is let's get our events and actions and rules like refined based off what we learned.
Okay.
So I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah,
so,
like the specific rules. How do enemies move? Right? How like what exactly is everyone doing on each one? And then, to me, it feels like we have to start getting into some of the detail, like how do the characters, how are we going to model those and 3D print them, right? What are the 3D models of the boards going to look like? Ooh, in-game conditions. That's a good one. Yeah, we need that.
Good idea.
Yeah. Good one. Azul. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but anyway, I like Azul.
All right. No, end game conditions, and then we also had well, let's like flesh out a better deck. So flesh out cards.
Yeah.
Card deck. So it'd be cards, which would be events, actions, and maybe like enemy drops.
And I feel like we should start because we haven't used GPT-4 for very much stuff for this.
All right, so
all
I
of it
think
went into 3.
I feel like that
and
is,
so
we got to end on like a GPT thing.
Okay.
Because I had it opened and I had it on for. Oh, it's gonna make me log in. That's right. I think I have it memorized. Sweet. We do.
Good. All
right, let's check it out. So we got Chat GPT 4 to end out the night. What do we want to say? Like, we had an idea here, because we had a thread, but we're not going back to the thread at this point. So we got to come up with something like, what the hell would it be?
I mean, we want to do something, like on one of the characters, like one of the character sheets or something?
4 elements of symbols to collect. Like,
oh right, yeah. We were talking about like what are the pieces? What are the pieces that we're collecting?
Let's do it broad like that.
Okay.
Like, in a, let's say horror. Oh wait, we always said sci-fi.
Yeah.
Sci-fi horror Christmas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sci-fi horror. No, it's sci-fi Christmas horror. Christmas horror board game where you escape. Let's say, oh my god, I'm looking at the wrong screen.
You should look at this one.
Yeah, because I was looking at these miniature screen. It's Christmas is not capitalized. In a sci-fi Christmas horror board game where you escape by collecting Christmas themed items and parts for a like a helicopter escape.
Yeah.
What could we collect? Maybe.
Well, I don't. Is it gonna?
Let's just see.
What are the items or like?
What items could we collect? Let's just see.
Yeah.
Let's roll the dice on this one.
Roll the dice.
Festus items, helicopter. Oh, I like it.
Potential items to play collect throughout the game.
Magic Create Elf's toolkit. Okay, these are definitely Christmas themed.
They are.
The mistletoe medallion
allows to access to locked areas. You know, like one of the rooms could be locked, because we did talk about like there being item keys that tell you things.
Yeah,
like event, where you're trying to solve something.
Oh, you know how like you in a labyrinth you pick the cards and you don't know them.
Yeah.
Maybe you pick a couple cards out and then you get to flip them based off of.
Don't even. Yeah.
Okay, this helicopter parts, main rotor assembly. This is what we need. Nice. Perfect.
And I think all the little 3D parts should fit together to make some kind of cool thing in the end that you get out. Like they need to, like, whatever we create needs to be like a fun little thing that fits together.
I love this list. I totally
candy cane grappling hook.
Like I can imagine just like candy canes in a perfect grappling hook.
Those would be super fun, like pictures to show, right? Like you can imagine like a candy cane grappling hook coming out.
Perfect. This is a perfect end to how we needed this to happen.
Good.
So
good.
All right. Well, we appreciate everyone hanging out with us this eve.
Totally.
Trying to get our game all pulled together. It is hella fun. Like I feel like I did not expect it to get this fun this quick.
Yeah.
We're like so close. It's just tuning now.
Totally.
And then of course getting the theme. So what you're seeing here is the bare bones. And when you get the theme, when you get the cards, so we started with some cards. We got some other things together.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Join us on Double Drop. And you playing tomorrow?
Kathy and I are going to be playing It Takes Two. We're playing through It Takes Two together. I got a couple streamers.
Right
it's like poof. And then next week on Thursday, are we going to continue to play our legendary run?
We should continue.
Yeah.
So I think next week, we'll probably be playing Halo. I've been playing some Destiny and stuff. So if you ever want to play some video games along with us, I got my Witcher one that I'm trying to do on Tuesdays. So you saw some botchlings last time and some other kind of ridiculousness.
Oh yeah.
But check out It Takes Two tomorrow if you want to check that out. And well, you guys have a
fun hangout.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Who joined us tonight? We had some really good participation.
I know.
So
Mike Azul, there was Kylia.
MVP of the night, Michael, because there. Kylia came in. We got Stealth Mouse.
Totally
We got
be careful.
Be careful. I'm screwing it up again. We got the Stealth Mouse. Hell yeah. And
nice. And Talon. Was in too.
Well, and Phasmophobia Boo.
Phasmophobia Boo.
So thanks for joining us tonight,
nice.
Guys. All right. We'll see you next time. Peace out. Yeah, I know you too. I think I know who you are.
Nice.
All right. Peace out, guys.
It's a mystery.